Oh, 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 oh. We are the dreamers, watch us rise, building a world before your eyes. Every block, every line of code is a new path, a different road. We are new foxes, wild and free. In our world we plant our tree. No fake talk, just open hearts. Together we build a brand new start. From the cafe's light to a screen so bright, we connect all day and all through the night. With no fear and no doubt, the future is ours. We're reaching together for the moon and the stars. We are new foxes, wild and free. In our world we plant our tree. No fake talk, just open hearts. Together we build a brand new start. Oh, 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 oh. Foxes don't beg, they build from scars. We shine in the silence, we don't need stars. Code in our blood, a purpose in our tone. Even when lost, we still call it home. Yeah, from the dirt to the chain, we level the scene. While they flex online, we move unseen. We're not noise, we're a signal, sharp and clean. Real ones in code, you know what I mean. Loyal to family, but never to fear. Every loss we face just made the mission clear. We don't need crowns, we print our own name. In hearts, in chains, in every single frame. We are new foxes, eyes on the sky. Never back down, only aim high. No mask, no lie, no fake applause. We build with truth and we bend no laws. Wild and free, from box to the street. Every dream we hold is the ground beneath. Whoa.
السلام عليكم شباب، كنتمنى تكونوا بخير على خير. مرحبا بكم في امسيه جديده مع اخوكم يوسف القاسمي. كنتمنى احوالكم تكون كلها طيبه، اموركم مزيانه. اليوم عندنا واحد اللايف جميل، لايف ان شاء الله غادي يكون نتمنى يكون مزيان مليء بالفائده كيف العاده. وصراحه زقلتها، نسيت بانه كاين الماتش ديال المغرب اليوم. واخا ما كنتفرجش كره، ولكن دخلت للستوريات شفت كلشي كيهضر على الكره، يعني قلبت لقيت بانه كاين شي ماتش اليوم ولكن غنشوف غنسالي والله قبل الماتش. دونك غتكونوا هانين، شدوا بيا الستون حتى يقرب الماتش ونفرقوا هذا الجوق. يا مرحبا. كنتسناو عندنا اليوم واحد الضيف. كان المفروض نديروا اللايف البارح، ولكن ما كتبش، كان هو داير تويتر سبيس البارح. دونك راني دابا كنتسناه، ما عرفت شنو غندير معاكم. الا ما جاش بعدا ما غندير، نمشيو نتفرجوا الكره. اموركم مزيان؟ كتسمعوني مزيان الشباب؟ امور طيبه؟ المهم بلا ما جا الضيف ديالنا نحاولوا نديروا شي حاجه. ماتش مازال بقات ليه شي ساعتين ونص. اوكي نضربوا ان شاء الله داك البلان في هاد الساعتين ونص. يا الله. على باي ذا واي، كنت كنشوف واحد الفيديو ديال البارح، فيديو ديال بوطاطو كنليحو واحد اختنا في انستغرام. بغيت نعطي واحد النقطه غير تكنيكال وصافي. فين غادي نلقى هاد اختنا؟ شنو سميتها؟ شنو سميت هاد اختنا اللي دايره هاد اللعيبات؟ اش ديستون بلا ما جا الضيف ديالنا. فين غابقى هادشي؟ بلاتي اي اوكي. انا نحاول نبارطاجي دابا بلاتي. نضيف مازال ما جا. عندك سيدي هنايا، هاي شكون اللي داير ليها فولو؟ هاد صحابي داير ليها فولو خصني نبلوكيهم صراحه. شنو سميتها هاد اختنا؟ هما 0710. ناري شوف المدام هاد الفيديو تقول انا قاعد كنقلب على شي دريه هنايا. هي هذا بحال الناس راه عندهم بزاف في تيك توك كيكونوا الكلمات ديالهم في تيك توك. انتم تشوفوا المؤسس ديال دوك خوتنا دارت البارح على واحد الفيديو على البطاطو وبتنصح شي مغالطات كاينه هنا.
ان شاء الله ما تكونش داير تاتو، واخا تاتو صالح بوطاطو، ان شاء الله ما تكونش داير تاتو واخا تاتو دبل او. anyway علاش الزلايجيه ما بقاوش كيحملوا جيل زاد؟ شكون قالها لك؟ منين جبتي هذا الاستنتاج؟ تتحكم على فيديو واحد بقى فيك الحال. ورا الخبر جبنا من عند لو موند، ما اخترعناش حنايا، هما اللي قالوا 30,000 واحد تسربات المعلومات ديالك.
كتهضر على كان رياكتا بوطاطو على واحد الفيديو قالت لك اسيدي تخترق الديسكورد ومشات شي 30,000 واحد تخترق الحسابات ديالهم. وهي اصلا 70,000 واحد المعلومات اللي خرجوا ماشي حتى 30,000. المعلومات ديالها مغلوطه جبتها من هنايا.
سكوب جبتو لكم ناري اخر اخبار.
هذه على من رياكتا بوطاطو.
سكوب جبتو لكم ناري اخر اخبار كتعلق بجنزات اللي كيطيروا مع الطيور. موقع ديسكورد طاح في الفخ. الشركه اللي كتعامل معاه اللي هي 5 تسربت منها الداتا كامله، معلوماتكم الشخصيه كلها تسربت. 70,000 مستخدم، 70,000. عرفتوا شنو هي المعنى ديالها؟ بطاقه التعريف ديالكم اولا الباسبور اللي كنتو كتحطوها باش كانوا كيتحققوا من العمر ديالكم، صافي خرجوا. عرفتي لا كارثه هادي؟ يعني اي بسودو اي نيك نيم غادي تعرف شكون هو مولاه، السميه، الكنيه، تاريخ الازدياد.
على ستوبيديتي. المهم الدراري قلت نعطي نصيحه هاد الناس كيمشوا فيرال. باي ذا الدراري راه كانت وقعت واحد الهاك، ولكن ماشي الديسكورد، الثيرد بارتي اللي هو زين ديسك. المهم الا كتبتي هنايا ديسكورد، واخا ما كيعجبنيش ندخل صراحه في هاد المعاطيات. المهم الا كتبتي زين ديسكورد هاك اوكي باش تفهموا. دابا الا كنتو بغيتي دير سيستيم ديال السيبور بحال ديسكورد، سيستيم ديال السيبور اللي دايره زين ديسك. اوكي شي واحد من دوك الخدامه اللي في زين ديسك، واحد من الناس اللي كيكونوا كيديروا السيبور تيكيت، كان سواء تختارق ولا هو اصلا كان بغى يدير هذا البلان للديسكورد وهز الداتا ديالها. فهمتي يعني هز الداتا ديال شي ما يقارب 70,000 يوزر اوكي اللي هما مختلفين، يعني ما عندها حتى شي علاقه بالديسكورد. وتما هذاك ملي كتكون شي مرات كتهضر مع ديسكورد شي بي ام ميثود ديالك ولا كتكون كتقضي شي غرض، نقولوا انت هو الاونر ديال شي ديسكورد، ولا شي مرات كتبغي تفيريفي بالكريدي كارد ديالك، اولا كتكون كبغيتي تخلص شي تيربو، ولا كنتي كتبغي دير اي بلان تما كتكون انت تواصلتي مع السيبور، وهذاك اللي في السيبور كيقول لك اعطيني الباسبور ديالك ولا اعطيني شي معلومه باش يفيريفيك، حيت الديسكورد ما فيهش فيريفيكاسيون، الديسكورد ممكن تخدم به عادي. دونك هادوك الناس اللي تواصلوا اللي هما اغلبيه اجانب، قليل ما كاين زعما شي حاجه مغاربه، حيت هما فرحانين دابا زعما على جين زيد، زعما راه تفرشوا ولا ما عرفش فهموها هما. بينما المشكل بالنسبه للديسكورد اللي هو اعمق، حيت السيد اللي مهاكي اللي دار هذا الهاك الغرض ديالو هو بغى تقريبا شي 2 مليون دولار من ديسكورد ما بغاش تعطيه الفلوس، حيت الا عطاتو الفلوس غادي يولي يديرها على كل واحد غيبغي يمشي يدير هاد البلانات، يلقى شي بلان باش يبتزها. زائد انه هو قال لهم زعما صيفطوا لي وغنمسح ديك الداتا اللي هزيت اللي هي ديال شي 70,000 يوزر تمايا، و70,000 المهم كندوي على 70,000 واحد اغلبيه كيكونوا صغار، دونك 15 عام وداك الشيء. وهذا راه خطر كبير، خليني من السياسه ولا شي حاجه، الخطر ديالها كبير، هو ان هذوك الداتا كيبغيو يشروها الناس اللي مرض نفسيا، كيبغي يبتز الاطفال، كيكون شي طفل 15 عام ولا 14 عام كيكون هو دخل الديسكور، المهم اغلبيه من 15 عام راه كيتيحوا التسجيل، كيخلعوا كيبغي يصيفط لك يقول لي انا عارف لك الادريس ديالك، هاد تصويرتك كذا، وكيبتزو يقول لي دير لي شي حاجه، كتكون عارف الدري صغير مازال ما ناضج، كيبغوا يبتزوا هذوك الناس اللي عندهم امراض نفسيين وعندهم هاد الميولات. دونك هادشي علاش هاد الهاكر كيبتز ديسكور باش يعطيه دوك الفلوس، ولا غيمشي يبيع ديك الداتا وكيدير فيها زعما هو راه اخلاقي، زعما راه انا باغي المصلحه ديال هاد الاطفال وهذا الشيء. وما هو راه يعني الى بما ان ديسكور ما غتسمع ليش الى مشى باع ديك الداتا، فراه فريمون ما كيفكرش في الدراري الصغار والاطفال. دونك هادشي عنده علاقه بالاجانب، دراري صغار معرضين لهذا الخطر ديال ان شي واحد يقدر يبتزهم. لهذا يلزم اباء اللي كيكون عندهم الاطفال ديالهم واخا 15 عام راه كيبقى طفل، 14 عام راه كيبقى طفل، خصو يمونيتوريهم ما يخلوهمش يعطوا المعلومات ديالهم الشخصيه، او لا حتى جا شي واحد يبتزهم يعلمهم شنو هو الابتزاز الالكتروني وبلي ما خصهمش يخافوا منه. ف هاد اختنا او لا خوتنا حاولوا ان يستغلوها لصالح زعما ديال الحق. الا كنتي في الديسكور راه اكتشفتي راه دارت الضربه ديالنا، راه الدوله اللي دارت وراه واحد خونا فهمتي. ممكن انكم تشوفوا يعني الفيديو كامل ديال خونا كيحاول انه يشرح علاش هو دار الاختراق كامل. نشوف راه كنت صيفط ليا البوطاطو. اوكي ممكن انكم تشوفوها في هذا الفيديو. ممكن انكم تشوفوا هذا الفيديو راه فيه الهاكر اللي دار هذا البلان.
I just got a DM from the person behind the
ما
Discord.
عرفتش كتعرفوا صاحب هذه القناه. المهم صاحب القناه كي معروف بهذا النوع ديال الكونتنت. كان تواصل معاه وقال لي زعما انا هو اللي مولا هذا الهاك، وكان كيشرح ليه وجهه النظر ديالو. دونك الا بغيتو زعما تعرفوا اكثر اللي معكاز ما فيه اللي يدخل لريديت ولا يقرا لي زارتيكل حتى هذا الفيديو راه فيه المعلومات كاملين. المهم هذه النقطه قلت نقولها حيت بزاف ديال المغالطات غاديه، وحنا راكم عارفين راه ساهل عندنا ان المغالطات تبقى غاديه كدوز فهمتي. اللي شدتي اللي كيبقى يرقع علينا والله الا قال لك فوكس اون فاليو هاد توبيكس ار نوت وورث تو ديسكاس. وصراحه راه هادو هما اللي وورث تو ديسكاس اخاي ماكر والله. هاد المعلومات ما كيعجبني صراحه نهضر فيه حيت ما كيعجبنيش وصافي فهمتي. ما كنكونش اجور، ولكن هاد المعلومات هاد الشيء هو اللي خصو يهضر عليه الواحد، حيت هو اللي كيشكل الانترنت ككل، هو اللي كيشكل الوعي ديال المجتمع ديالنا. انا صراحه ما كنهضرش عليه، اغلبيه الناس ما كيكونوش ما عرفتش حتى اللي كيبغي يهضر عليه ما كيكونش عنده نيفو معرفي اكثر. دونك كتبقى غادي ديك المغالطات كتسيت كيطلع لنا بحال هاد الانواع اللي جا كيهضر على شي حاجه فهمتي. المهم كما قلت لكم اليوم راه مازال كنتسناو الضيف ديالنا، ما عرفتش غادي يحضر ولا لا. يعني المهم مازال كنتسناو دايرين صراحه لهذا الوقت. الا جا ديك ما جاش غادي نكملوها بيناتنا نشطو وندوزو قيد زويون. اللي عنده شي فيديو بغاني رياكت عليه صيفطوا لينا نشوفوه. خويا الله يحفظك شي كونسيت خويا معاك عندي شي كونسلطاسيون لا عندك شي سؤال سولو لنا هنايا. شفنا الدومين الله يحفظك. المهم انا غنبارطاجي معكم اكونت ديال دينريتر اللي بغى يخدم به بلا ما جاوناش. المهم الا بغى يخدم به شي واحد الدري اللي سول ها هو الاكونت. نلوحو دابا في اليوتيوب هاك سيدي. حاول تكوبيه بالزربه خدم بلا ما بدلوا المود باس ديال الانستغرام راه كتوصلوا المعلومات شويه ثقيله، ديال اليوتيوب محال واش يبدلوا الكود. المهم شوفوا الضيف الله ما يتعطلش. اليوم كاين الماتش عارف كنت بغيت تمشيو تفرجوا. المهم القدره صيفط لكم من الدراري. شوفوا واش كاين شي فيديو تفرجوا بالله ما جا. نديروا هذا واحد دخلوا نديروا ليه لايك ديالو لايك. الدري ناضي طرق الربح. علاش خاصك تخدم على راسك دابا؟ انا قلت هاد الهضره، انا قلت هاد الشيء الله اعلم. شي فيديوهات الدراري اللي بغيتوني نشوفوا راه ما عارف شنو كاين دابا حاليا. شباب يطلقون مستقبل تكوين حوالي نشوف واحد اللعيبه بلاتي باش ما ننساش بلاتي. شوف هنايا واش كاين عندي في لي نوت. الدراري شفتوا اللعيبه ديال الديسكور هضرنا عليها البارح في اللعيبه ديال الماركت بليس. دومين نيمز هادي واحد الماركت بليس قادتها غودادي الله اعلم بليون دولار كومباني الله اعلم حاليا. اعلم الله شحال ولا 200 مليون دولار كومباني قادات هاد الماركت بليس ديال بريميوم دومينز دايرها بالفايب كودين فهمتي. والله لا هي فايب كودات دارت الفايب كودين هي طلع هذا انتم تشوفوا شحال اسيد كي داير مقاده الله اعلم بجيميناي كما كنشرح لكم 100% بجيميناي. المشكله عندها واحد البورتفوليو ديال الدومينات زعما شوات انت شوف تودلر كاين شو بعدا هي اللوغو الناس ديال الديزاين غيسخطوا شوف اللوغو ديال كيفاش داير هذا الدومين شو الدومين شحال ساوي مصيبه صح وضربهم واحد العكز وبنادم كيقول لي علاش دي ان ريتر حسن من جودادي وراه ضربهم العكز راه عندهم الداتا ما فيهم اللي يخدم. داكشي حنا واش رانا قادرين نلبسو حيت هما ضربهم العكز صافي دابا هما عباره عن مونوبولي ما فيهم اللي يخدم. عرفتي باش انك انت عندك دوك الناس كاملين وتمشي تفايب كودي الفايب كودي زعما مزيان ولكن تقادو زعما على حقو طريقو فهمتي الفايب كودي شي حاجه وانت عندك دي احسن لي ديفلوبر ما عرفوش دارها زعما كتيست ولا نشاط ولا $100 دابا بدا شي $100,000 ولا اكثر وكنظن اكثر فهمتي واخا نعطي 79,000 غنضربوها تقريبا واحد $89,000 نضربوها في 1.5 غتجينا واحد $120,000. شو اللوغو اللي دايرين ليه انت لوجيك اي اي تايوان اش كيدايرين ليه بليد دوت اي اي شو على بورتفوليو شو الدومينه شوف ماك دوت كوم كيدايرين ليه شوف داكشي ديال فايفر عقلتو داكشي ديال فايفر في 2012 والله الا بحال هكذا انت. على راه كنت بارطاجيت في تويتر حاولت انني ندير هاد السيت برومبت وحده انا لكم نطلعها شويه على جودادي واخا ما راه حاقدين عليا ديجا بدا ان ريتر نزيدو نحقدوهم انتما ديجا درت هاد هاو دابا هاد السيت حاولت زعما قلت نشوف كيفاش غيكونوا برومبت هذا الا دخلتوا لهاد تويتر راه كنت داير انايا هاو راه حط لي يبان لك هاد السيت تقدر تجبدو برومبت وحده برومبت وحده انت فول سكرين بلاتي نحاول نقصها باش يبان لكم بلي راهم بحال بلاتي كيفاش غادي نجيب السايز ديالو سي صغار شويه باش الله يجي قد باش يبان لكم علاش عطاب لك 60 لا راه عندهم عيان حتى الموبايل ما غاديش المهم ماشي مشكل انتم غيبان لكم انا الا تيشارجيت راه غيبان لك راه هادي راه غا برومبت وحده الدراري راه ماشي زعما خدمت عليها لي برومبت راه برومبت وحده باش تعرفوا راه فايف كودا والله اعلم هي بجيمين 1000% انت والله الا برومبت وحده شوف هي طلعت السيت كامل اللي راهم دايرين الا بغيتي غتدخل لهاد اللين تكمل عليها انت كملت انت دير ماركت بليس ديالك كليكي على هنايا وكمل جيت شاطي اجوتي شي لعيبات ديالك كل غير قاسمي بهاد اللعيبه لا علامه تقول هادي حط لينا اللين ديال تويت ها هي راه دخل عندي الريبليز غتلقاها والله الا على ضربهم واحد العكز فاهم كيقول لي علاش داير ريتو قادره نفس جودادي اللي عندها ديك الداتا كامله والعاكس شنديروا ليهم ضربهم العكز هما ماركت بليس بريميوم ماركت بليس شحال والناس كيتسناوها باش يليستيو بريميوم دومينز ديالها شو الدومين هي كيداير دومين نيمز دوت كوم ونفايب كودا راه الهربه والله الا الهربه بحال اللي بغا يجروا على الخدامه ديالهم الله عليه. يا الله خويا يونس تعطيني كاونت في انستغرام مازال ما عطيتيني حنا المشكله راه كنجيني لهم وانتم اللي كتبدلوهم لا انا نحاول نشوف ها الاكونت انا نحاول نجيني ليه راه سيفتو لك ديك النهار تجيني لنا الكونت وصيفتو انا مازال عاقل راه صيفت الاكونت بلا الا كنتي شي واحد اخر تطلع عليهم انا راه شي قدامك انت كتشوف انا صيفطو لك كوبي بالزربه له ها انت هو نصيفطو لك كوبي بالزربه زرب عليه ها انت نشوفو دابا الضيف ديالنا لو اش بان لك في براوزر جيمز؟ ديجا جاوبنا على هذا انا بصح، ديجا هضرنا على هاد البراوزر جيمز. ما فيها صراحه يدخل في هذا الموضوع اكثر. الدراري دايرين دابا كوميونيتيز مغلوقه بالفلوس، فهاد الشيء يقول لك راه باغي نطيحوا عليهم السوق ولا. المهم راه ترجع اللايفات ديجا هضرنا عليهم قبل كاع ما يولوا ترند بحال هكذا. من نهار كتقول لكم راه كيجيبوا بهم دايركت ترافيك شحال وحدين وكما. المهم في الاخر كما سمعتيها براوزر جيم، دخل شوف براوزر جيمز فهمتي. ماشي شي حاجه زعما دير سيت ودير فيه الجيمز وتيستي بيه حتى تلقى لا ميثود ديالك ديال زعما تحمقش. كون كان انت نيد اكاديمي راه كان قاعد الفيديوهات بديتها زي لما بيك لي تبقى تقلب على اللايفات ديالي. نيد اكاديمي جيمز الله اعلم. شوف عندك ديما راه كيعطي الخاطر. شوف اش دار شي فيديو هنا. اذا كلمه راه كيف فايب كودي دابا ما عرفتش ما عرفتش اش دار شي فيديو عليها ولا لا. نيد اكاديمي بالانجليش والله فكره مزيانه هذه. اش هذه القناه ديالك ديديكيتد تو انجليش كونتنت.
Okay, once you do this, go to
هذه قديمه ولا 3 years ago؟ ما عرفتش اش ديالو ولا ماشي ديالو. المهم ما عرفناش. يا الله ما بغيتش نبقى نعاود نفس المواضيع اللي هضرنا عليهم من غير نيتي لا ديديكيتينا درنا واحد ديديكيتد لايف ستريم لهذاك النيش بالضبط. حاليا عطنا عندنا قلنا لكم واحد اللايف ستريم مع واحد الضيف، بغينا نديرو مع واحد اللايف ستريم. دونك ما خصناش نشدو شي حاجه اللي فيها بزاف ديال الهضره. عطونا شي فيديوهات نرياكطيو عليهم غير بلا ما جا الضيف. اذا ما جاش وتما ندخلوا الاسئله ديالكم. شوفوا هو ميد صيفطنا هذا الفيديو. بالانس باك خيوس كيفاش نخدم بيج جيميناي اي بي اي في سي ال اي في كود. عييت ما نضرب معاه ودرت كاع لي كوموند في التيرمينال ما خدموش. كيقول لي على ليميت ريش ديجا عندي بيمون بروفايل في بيمنت ميثود. شكرا بعدا على الدونيشن برادر خاي محمد. ولكن واش كدوي على جيميناي سي ال اي حيت راه فري ما غاديش تحتاج شي حاجه. راه الفري ديالهم اكثر من كافي. هو باش كنا خدمنا كيفاش غنخدم بيج جيميناي سي ال اي راه حيت هو راه فري. اغلبيه غادي يكفيك زعما الفري باش غادي تخدم. واش اصلا الفري ما كيخدمكش ابو محمد؟ واش الفري ما كيخدملكش؟ حيت راه الفري قاضي الغرض فهمتي. راه غير الفري فيه ما يكفي. كيطلع ليا اي بي اي ليميت ما يمكنش. ودابا كندير تبارطاجي معنا السكرين باش نشوفوها. حنا راه درنا التيست راه غير بالفري. راه شتي كنا كنخدموا به عادي كيخدم مي كنساليه. اوكي و ملي كدير ملي كدير البيد بروجيكت ديالك ملينكي مع البيمنت ميثود ديالك وكل شيء. ديجا صيفط لي صيفط لي الايرور اللي كيطلع لك هنايا. صيفط لي واش كدير اشاره معانا هنايا. قول لنا منين ندخلوا للسيت وصافي. علاش صيفطتي لي الفيديو؟ على راس اللي نديرو لك اشاره للسيت. الا فايب كوديتو راه مزيان نديرو له اشاره. كيعجبني الدراري انه فايب كودي شي حاجه. انا نشوف هذا الايرور اللي دي صيفط لمحمد. صيفطنا الايرور يا محمد. ندخلوا بعدا السيت ديال الدري. راه مسكين دار مجهود دار الفيديو. قلنا ندخلوا ليه نيشان اي دومين جينيراتور فور ستارت اب دومين انفستور. خدام افيليت سيبورت مي افيليت ديال نيم شيب نيوزليتر هنايا تراي. اوكي تيك سامبلتي مودرن لكجري ترندي. ما كيطلعش لي دابا ايرور مي مره كيطلع كيخليني حتى كنكون خدام وكيطلع. انا المهم راك عارف ان الخدمه ديالي با محمد. نكتبش ما عنديش هاد الاشكال. انا كنخدم بسميتو باي اي ستوديو. انا راه هادشي ديما كنهضر مع الدراري حيت كنا كنناقشوه في الديسكورد. انا كنخدم باي اي ستوديو نيشان، اوكي بلاتي لك. بمعنى انا ملي كنكون يعني الا درت سي ال جيميناي سي ال اي كنديرو غير باش انني اكزيكيتي الكود اول مره، ولكن شخصيا كنمشي مع غير اي اي ستوديو. بمعنى مثلا كنكتب ليه اعطيني مثلا البروجي الفلاني، اعطيني مثلا الفايلز اللي غنحتاج، اولا كنكون كرييتهم بجيميناي سي ال اي وكنمشي بفيشي. ملي كيعطيني داك الفيشي كنقراه. انا الموضوع ديجا قلت لكم وديجا كنناقشوا علاش انا كنفضل انني نقرا الكود باش نحس راسي كنتعلم شي حاجه. حيت حاليا حنا ما كنقراوش، الكتوبه، يعني فين العجز. اقل حاجه اللي كنقدر ندير في النهار ديالي هو انني نقرا لي ريبونس ديال الاي اي. ولي اي اي راكم عارفين دابا ولا كيغلط مع ولات عنده الداتا مخربقه. دونك الحاجه اللي غنقدر ندير انا شخصيا باش نستافد هي نقرا الريزلت اللي كيعطيني. دونك ملي كيعطيني شي فيشي كنقول ليه راه تكرياو لي هاد لي فايلز وبغيت نزيد هادي، كيقول لي موديفي هاد الفيشي وهاد الفيشي وهاد الفيشي، والسبب علاش كنقرا عاد كنكوبي. ولا بان لي تما شي غلط واخا انا ماشي ديفلوبر كنحس بان راه كاين شي غلط ولا شي حاجه كنسيد نسولو واش فري هادي، واش كظن بان هادي اللي غتخدم، وكنبقى غادي معاه وحده اين فوا كيعمر لي هذا حد 300,000 350,000 كنعاود نكرييش انا باج اخرى. داكشي باش انا بالنسبه ليا بطريقه الخدمه ديالي بحال اللي الليميتد، يعني كاع داكشي اللي كنكري كيكون فور فري بحال اللي الليميتد، حيت كنخدم وحده. وملي كنسالي البروجي كندير البلان اللي هضرنا على ديك المره ام بي اكس اي اي دايجيست في اس كود، كيعطيني داك الكود بيز، كنعاود نلوح الكود بيز هنا كنبقى نكمل به. هذه هي الطريقه باش كنخدم انايا، فهمتي؟ باش غتحتاج يعني يبقى عندك ما بلا ما تخلص زعما لا كلاود لا والو، جيميناي كنقضي به الغرض وبان ليا هو يعني توالفت معاه، فهمتي؟ توالفت معاه وحيت فري. بالنسبه للاشكال اللي عندك المفروض خصوش يكون اشكال، يعني فوا كتكون البيمنت ميثود ديالك واخا هو راه صراحه غيبقى يخسرك الفلوس، حيت الا بقيتي كتوصل معاه لواحد الليفل وبغيتي تزيد تكمل غادي تبقى تخسر الفلوس. بالنسبه ليا شخصيا نفضل انك ان فوا توصل ليميت دير ان بي اكس اي اي دايجيست، تيليشارجي الكود بيز وعاود بدا ازيرو، فهمتي؟ من الاحسن. اما الا بقيتي كتكمل وكنت عندك الليميت راه غتخسر الفلوس. مي لا انت مستعد انك تخسر الفلوس وبغيتي تفايب كودي 1000% من غير ما دير هذا المجهود، بغيتي تكون داك الشيء يعني نيت فايب كودين 100% غتبقى تكتب وصافي، فتمايا راه المفروض انك ان فوا تلانكي البيمنت ميثود ديالك. ما عرفتش واش غادي تخدم لك السي اش ولا شي حاجه، اغلبيه ولاو كيعكسوا. يعني الا درتي ليه شي بانك كنقولوا وايز، ولا درتي شي حاجه راه ما كيبغيوش يدوزوهم، راكم عارفين جوجل كي محكره. مي الا قدرتي تدوزها ليهم فالمفروض انه يخدم عادي. تاكد لي غير من البيمنت ديالك واش دايز في البروجي، فهمتي؟ وكنرجع وكنقول من الاحسن انك تلقى تخدم بهذه الطريقه. اسمح لي سوري وزنتيم. اوكي عاود جا الضيف ديالنا شنو ليك في بي ان نيتوركس، واش مازالين خدامين في 2025 بادجيت 25 كا. اخر شنو بان لك في البروجي ديال الابلود سيت باي بور فيو الابلودرز؟ شكرا بزاف الوقت ديالك. ثانك يو برادر فور دونيشن. لي بي ان نيتورك مازالين خدامين، فهمتي؟ مهما قالوا لك ناس في اس سي راه ما خدامينش، فراه مازالين خدامين. يكون عندك واحد نيتورك مزيان ديال لي ويب سايت ديالك راه كيعاون بزاف. ما كيعاونش بحال في الاول غترانكي انت الطوب، ولكن كيعاون بزاف. دونك البادجيت ما كنظنش انك توصل كاع ل 25 كنظن ان واحد 3 كافيه. سؤال اخر وبالنسبه للبي بي اللي فين بغيتي تخدمهم، يعني ان نوع ديال النيش بحال النيشات اللي كيديروا دابا الدراري ديال البراوزر ويب جيمز، حتى هو راه مزيان ان الا كان عندك واحد البي بي نيتورك ديالك اللي كيلينكي، او لا سيت ديال شي افيليت بغيتي تخدم عليه ولا شي حاجه حتى هما كينفعوك. بالنسبه سؤال اخر شنو بان لك في البروجي ديال الابلود سيت بي بور فيو؟ ما عرفتش كتقصد ابلود سيت بي بور فيو الابلودر اش كتقصد به؟ واش كتقصد بحال ديال الايماج هوستي عندك نتايا؟ واش انت غير هوستي عندك يابلودي مثلا لي فايل ديالو الزيب وكذا؟ باش نقرا الدري شنو كيكتب خويا محمد. المهم انت تصيفط لي الايرور اللي طلع لك بحال دوت ستريم. انا شوفنا واش دوت ستريم دوت ستريم فيديو ابلودين ويب سايت. ما عرف صراحه شنو هو الدوت ستريم. You can earn money by uploading videos and sharing them if you use stream, but it's a terrible platform. Dot stream reviews 3 years ago. نخص هذا نمشي ريديريكتيني لشي عجب. كيخدموا بسيت افلام ابلود فيديو اي فريم. كيخدموا به سيتات الافلام. شي كيخدموا به سيتات الافلام ابلود. دابا واش نتايا بغيتي تعطي لعباد الله يابلوديو عندك الافلام، يعني انت بغيتي تهوستي عندك انت تاخذ شي سيرفر اوف شور هوستين وتخلي بنادم يابلودي عندك ويخلصوك، فهمتي؟ يعني بالفيوز بغيتي تربحوا الادسنس ولكن انت اللي هوستيوك. انا نرجعك لهذا السؤال. شوف انا نعاود نرجعوا لهذا السؤال حيت هاد المهم ولا نجاوبك عليه بالزربه. من الاحسن الا كنتي بغيتي دير هذا البلان ماشي كدير انت الابلود غتاكل الدق بزاف. فاغلبيه الدراري كيخدموا على البلاير. داك البلاير اللي مطلق هو اللي كتكون حاط وسط الاعلانات، هو اللي كيكون قادر انه يقرا داك النوع ديال الفايلز اللي كتكون انت مهوستيهم باش ما طيحش في اللعيبه ديال الكوبي رايت. حيت الافلام او لا عندك الانيم ولا شي حاجه راه غتجيك الكوبي رايت كما كيديروا الناس في الموبايل. كتلقى بانه كيحط ليك بلاير هو اللي كيحطو في البلاي ستور، شي بلاير كيبان لك انت عادي، ولكن الا بغيتي تتفرج مثلا في ياسين تي في ولا كيقول لك دخل لي داك البلاير بالضروره حيت هو فين كيتارغيتي بالاد وداك الشيء كيبان كانه شي بلاير عادي. حتى في الاخر كتلقى بان البلاير اللي راك خدام فيه هو فين كتخدم عليه باش الناس اللي هزوا لك الافلام ديالك ولا كيهزوا الاي فريم ديال داك البلاير اللي راك انت صانع هو اللي كتخدم به بالضبط. وكديروا انه داك الفيشي اللي راك مابلودين انت داك الفيلم ولا شي حاجه ما كيتقرا الا بداك البلاير ديالك، فهمتي؟ كتكون انكريبتي. المهم انا خلينا دابا ندوزو اللايف نديرو مع الضيف ديالنا. بالنسبه للريجسترار اخر سؤال كنا سولنا على الريجسترار. كما قلنا كاين عندك الا كنتي بتخدم شي حاجه وخايف تريد مارك عندك نايم سيلو ما كتسوقش بزاف. هي نايم سيلو. كاين عندك بورك بان في الدرجه الثانيه، وكاين عندك انستوبابل دومينز. انستوبابل دومينز ما كتسوقش بزاف، فهمتي؟ ولكن زعما اللي بزاف كاع ما كتديهاش فيهم هي نايم سيلو. المهم انت تمشي هادو هما الثلاثه حاليا اللي كاينين. انا صيفط لي دابا السيد جوجل ميت. ستارت ا نيو ميت. اوكي تعطينا صراحه في البدايه خصني ندير جابا جوج كاميرات باش نشوف واش هادي غتغطي عليكم هاد الكاميرا ولا لا. شوف زعما مزيانه. يوز كاميرا وايل. اوكي الا اختارينا هادي بريو كي غنبان هنايا بلي ما طلعتش. اوكي شوفوا بحال هكذا. مزيان. اوكي دابا هو خدام هنايا باش نلقى نصيفطو ليا السيد. ها هو يا الله. خويا دوت 99 خويا شكرا روبلوكس شكرا خويا على الدونيشن بارك الله فيك. شوفوا دابا واش غيجي السيد ولا ما غيجيش. بليز شيك ايرور. اوكي share text Cora exceed ولكن دابا مكونفيكريش دابا فهمتي راك خدام غير بفري راك خدام غير بالفري. حاول تيستي انه بعدا خدامك الاي بي اي ديالك بانه بيد. حاول انك تشوف بعدا واش راه بيد ولا لا. جرب جينيري به شي حاجه دخل غير لهنايا وجرب جينيري به شي حاجه. دخل لي اي ستوديو مثلا خاصك بدا تجرب حيت برا انت مازال ما انتغريتي ليه البيد. خاصك تكونفيكري باش يخدم بالبيد وان وجرب بعدا الكي ديالك واش كيبدا مقبول. جي مثلا لهنايا وجينيري في شي فيديو فين هما باش الجينيراتور ديال الفيديوز نشوفوا شي حاجه مثلا فين هما الجيمز فيديو او فيو 3 مثلا نقول هاد فيو 3 غيخدم لك غير بالبيد. حاول انك تشوف هنايا في هنايا جرب دير فيو 3 وتيستي شوف الكيس ديالك واش غيطلعوا لك هنايا. الا ما طلع لكش الكيس ديالك يعني راه عندك اشكال. اوكي دراري دابا خصنا نشوفوا الضيف ديالنا. يا الله Yo, hello bro.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up? How you doing?
I can't hear you. 1 second.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me fix it. Maybe it's my problem. Okay, 1 minute.
I can't hear you for some reason.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, because I'm streaming and also they doing the call with you. That's why. So we have people are watching us from in YouTube and some people are in Instagram. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Welcome, bro. And yeah.
Are we live? I'm on right now?
Yeah. We are live. We have
You're
like.
just gonna throw me right in the fire, okay?
We have like I don't know 300 people in YouTube and almost like 100 or I don't know in Instagram, and the live stream will be podcasted everywhere after we finish.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
it's really nice to have you here. I know you are a busy man, so it's a pleasure to have you today.
I'm happy you invited me, man. It's a Sunday. You know, usually it's like my relaxing day, but you know, domains is a 24/7 thing. You know, so
I know. Thank you, bro. Thank you for accepting. But it was Saturday. You changed it to Sunday, so.
yeah, there you go.
Well, guys, this is our friend Ismail. He's known by Ishmili on Twitter. You will know him mostly if you are active on Twitter by his amazing spaces. So he do like one of the best spaces in the industry, and he is also the founder of Domain Expo, right? Domainer Expo.
Correct.
Yeah, and let me just show them your profile while we are talking. You can just go to ishmili.com. I hope I'm not missed. Is it ishmili.com, right?
Yeah, or you know, just Ishmaeli on X on Twitter.
Okay.
Ishmaeli on Instagram.
Yeah, they can see your profile right now because I'm.
Yeah, I go by Ishmaeli everywhere on X, on Instagram, on .com.
Why Ishmili? What does it mean?
It's just my nickname. It's, you know, my friends have been calling me that since I was in college.
That's the nice.
Because you know what it is? It's like there's so many Ismail.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many ways that people pronounce it that I wanted to have my own unique way. You know, this name is in the Jewish faith, the Christian faith, the Islamic faith,
True.
and even Hispanic people, like Spanish-speaking people. It's a common name, so everyone has their own way of calling me. You know, my dad would say Ismail.
Okay.
You know, my friends would say Ishmael. You know, and then my Mexican friends would be like Ismael. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna figure out a way that I identify myself. So it's Ishmaeli. I've been using that mantra. And I wanted to have a .com as well and a brandable that nobody else had because I could never get Ismail.com
So it
or
was a
Ishmael.com.
hand-raised domain, or did you buy?
Yeah, nobody else wanted this
Okay.
name.
I had to spend like I don't remember, $3,000 or $4,000 for my one at Kasmi.com. So yeah,
Yeah, I didn't have that problem. It was available. I claimed it,
that's nice.
and yeah, I've been using it since.
Yeah, you are Muslim, right?
Yeah, I'm Muslim, correct.
Alhamdulillah, you are Muslim. So
Yeah,
salam alaikum.
alhamdulillah. Walaikum salam. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we have plenty of things to discuss, but I don't want to waste a lot of your time. Also, we have a football match in the final for Morocco versus Argentina. So everyone
Oh, wow.
is like 1 hour, 2 hours. So we will keep
Oh,
it
I'm
short.
sure everybody's gonna watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is it like a World Cup friendly?
No, it's the final World Cup for under 20. It's Morocco versus
Oh yeah. No, wait, hold on. What?
Argentina and Morocco. I guess I don't watch football, but I guess it's Argentina versus Morocco.
That's a big deal. The Moroccan team is really good.
Yeah, like the past 4 years, we have been doing good in football.
Yeah, you're the first African country to make it to the semifinals
Yeah.
at the last World Cup.
Yes.
And I was hoping you guys would beat France
Really?
and go to the final,
Really?
but
You're...
I was rooting for you guys. Yeah, man, of
Thank
course.
you, bro. That's nice.
Yeah, I like the way they played. They played really, really good. Very smart
Yeah.
football.
Yeah, we have that problem with France. Like the beat us like in the last. Yeah. Don't
France is a
remind
good
me of
team.
that. I want to focus on domain, and you are a bit mad.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, bro, yeah, I will ask you like some simple question. I just want our community to know each other, and this will be a nice introduction for you and for all what you have been doing. So, first of all, when did you start domain investing, and how did you figure out that you can be good at it? Because I know you were doing crypto, you were going in crypto, and then you pivot to domain investing, which is like, how did you come up to that? Yeah, I'm good at this. So yeah.
I don't know if I pivoted. I'm still in crypto. Fortunately or
Not that
unfortunately.
much. You were like too much in crypto.
Yeah,
But
I don't talk about crypto on X because it's very divisive, and there are a lot of people that talk about crypto, and
Yeah. Okay.
everyone is stealing something, and I find the crypto communities to be very toxic.
Same. I hate it. Yeah.
People lose money and get mad at somebody, and so a lot of people are very negative in crypto. But domaining is a lot of love.
Yeah.
It's like a brotherhood. People are more positive. So obviously that was a reason why I made the choice to be more front-facing with domains.
Yeah.
I talk about domains every day. I show up on Twitter every day, even if there's traffic on my way getting there. Right? I still make it to Twitter. But no, all jokes aside, I discovered domains during the pandemic.
Okay.
I was, I was doing other stuff, which I'm still involved in. But when I learned about domains from a guy named Ryan Colby, who's a very, very quiet but very successful domain investor,
Okay.
I had a lot of questions. What do you mean you sold over $500,000 worth of names? Like, what do you mean voice.com sold for 30 million? What are you talking about? Like, because all these things were very new information to me at the time.
Okay.
And, he basically walked me through it. And then him and I developed a course together called Profitable Domain Investing. So I was sort of like learning in public at the same time.
Okay.
And we started something called Digital Real Estate Academy, where he was the instructor and I did all the marketing.
Is it the same one in your website?
Yeah, but it's been sort of like on hold for a minute. I'm getting ready to relaunch it.
Okay.
Because, at the time I was brand new and Ryan was the one doing all the teaching.
Okay.
And so I had that advantage of having a mentor like Ryan.
Okay.
And at the time, during the pandemic, I was spending a lot of time in Florida. And so there were a lot of very successful domainers in Florida, like, Rick Schwartz and Monty Khan. And I reached out to them. I was like, I want to learn more about you, And, they were graceful enough to let me interview them. I was doing some marketing. because my background is in marketing for the .club extension. So we were onboarding people through Clubhouse onto
Okay.
.club.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, Colin Campbell, the founder of .club, ended up selling it for almost $50 million to GoDaddy. But before that, they basically hired me to do some marketing for them on Clubhouse. Because, you know, I had a lot of followers on Clubhouse. And so that allowed me to onboard tens of thousands of people into domain investing.
So that's how you pivot to spaces, to Twitter spaces. So you were doing Clubhouse.
Correct.
Then you,
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. In fact, Ryan and I were the first people to ever do a Clubhouse room on domains.
On domains. Okay. Yeah. I remember that. I remember.
Yeah, because I was just honestly the student and the moderator, and Ryan was the expert. And then all the people started coming in and he started introducing us to, oh yeah, this person is, you know, a very successful domainer. This person has sold over $500 million worth of domains like Monty Khan. So Ryan was sort of like the industry insider.
Okay.
And I was the guy that sort of like was realized, no, I'm in a gold mine. Show me how to find gold.
Okay. That's cool story. Like, and now you are an expert outbound, especially in outbound, and we will discuss more about that. Funny story for me in the Clubhouse, I had to buy my first iPhone because I'm an Android guy, so I bought it just for the Clubhouse.
For Clubhouse,
and I
yeah.
went to one of those the spaces or whatever they were called at that time.
Right.
Domain,
the rooms.
Yeah, and that time like domainers got really mad at me because I started doing the AI learning and no one was talking about AI in 2020. So people I was like, okay, if we train so much data, we can have this appraisal, it will do. And people got really mad, and I'm like, oh no, I I hate this, and I just deleted the app. So I said,
oh yeah, everything they don't understand in their mind is a scam.
Yeah, so yeah, I deleted the app and was like, okay, no more. I just bought. I don't know why to use this iPhone because I don't like iPhone. So yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So yeah, for you have been like right now. I see you're talking in spaces like same. We have like the same thinking, and you said like people need to learn the scale of domain investing. What do you mean by that? Like you said like it's a evergreen scale, and anyone need to learn about it. So what do you mean by that?
Yeah, you know, I feel like, you know, it looks easy when you first hear about it. Oh, I buy a name and I sell a name. I can do that. That's what everybody thinks.
Okay.
Right? Or, you know, you see the end result, people posting sales, and you're like, oh, I could have bought that name too.
Okay.
You know that, yeah, I would have probably, I can do this, you know. It looks so easy, but you and I know that there's a learning curve, and there's some fundamentals you have to understand. There are mistakes that you're gonna make, but you can avoid, or at least reduce or minimize. And I think once you get to a certain point, it's not like you become a master, but you can do it for the rest of your life. It's an evergreen skill.
Yes, yeah. And
you know what I mean?
And you should learn it because if you are into internet, you need to learn that skill because it's a skill that even if you are building a website, if you know about domain investing, you will choose the best brand name for your company. So you are saving a lot of money. So it will be used like anywhere. So
yeah, and a lot of people don't take the time to learn it. They try to figure it out. You know what I mean? And it's expensive. You know, like I look at some of the names that I was registering when I started in like 2020, and you know, compared to like what I would buy today, and it shows the growth. You know what I mean?
But I just posted about it. I told people in my channel on Instagram. I told them if you are just starting and you look to your domain that you bought last year and you didn't hate them, you are not progressing. You should hate your first purchase. So yeah.
Yeah, and you shouldn't fall in love with them too much either.
Yes. because some people are like having like 2 domains and like waiting for $1 million offer or something, and that's not how it works.
So some of the things that I learned is in terms of like over the last 5 years, the most important thing that I've learned, I know it sounds, oh, I've heard this before, is, you know, as an investor, you want to make sure most of your names are .com because the renewals are manageable.
Yeah.
You know, it's very tempting to buy other extensions, but you know, that $99 renewal, that $300 renewal, that $1,000 renewal,
Yeah.
to me, that's more of a liability instead of an asset. And so it's like learning how to pick names that you have a huge probability of selling them takes experience. It takes you, you know, understanding and asking questions and making mistakes. The mistakes are a big part of the learning experience, you know?
Yeah, and why you need to know, like, you need to stick to .com if you are just like a beginner most of the time, because in when you are doing like GTLDs, you don't know the rules and you don't have a network to protect yourself. Because I remember one of the thing that happened in Domini, that XYZ, one day they decide to increase the price to 1,000 for some of the names, and so you would expect like a regular pricing for your domain, and you bought it, and then one day they decide to increase it, and everyone like was, so if you have like 10 domains, you have to pay $10,000 to renew them. So that's not like, so you can't even complain because you don't have followers, you don't have a network to talk to, you don't like, so you will be stuck. You will just like let the domain like expire. So if you stick with like Verisign, which is like behind the .com, like it's more safe option for you, and also it have more volume, so it's much better. And as I said, like we discussed this in your space yesterday. For me, I just recommend people like stick to two English words for now if you are like a beginner, because one word you can't find, and just try to learn more. Have like in industry, like if you are buying a domain, just think like you are the buyer, you are trying to build it. So why would someone pay you $10,000 for that domain name? So if you can't answer that question, just forget about it. So you don't buy like a crazy name and that expect people like to give you, and you don't even wish to pay that amount for that domain name. So if you so you need to.
I think also another important thing that I've learned is you have to be really good at doing research. You know,
True.
You know what I mean? You have to be really, really good at doing research, because there are some names that you can't market, you can't outbound.
True.
You know, they sound good, but they might not be, you know, profitable. You know, and there's some names that you'll discover have more value than you assumed until you actually research them. You know, so the research is a big part of what makes you successful.
True.
Because it allows you to know how to price a name, who you're targeting for the name, who's likely to buy it, and also even how to get their attention.
I think what make you and like some of the other individuals who are making it like successful is that you outbounders a little bit different to us inbounders, like because when you are trying to do outbound, you are learning from your mistake. When you are talking with the buyers in a daily basis, you know what the buyers want, so you get to learn faster than someone who is doing inbound. Because for us who are doing inbound, just like waiting for the sales, we need to spend years and learning from our like renewals. When you don't have enough by the end of the year that no one is interested, then you learn. But for you will learn that in the first week. After doing some outbound, you will learn, okay, this name not that good, because here is why. And from a lot, you have the data from all the people like answering your emails. So that's mostly why outbounders are learning faster, from what I see.
Oh no, I think that's a great point, because you're getting real feedback and price discovery in real time. I'll give you an example. There's a name that I'm outbounding right now. It's called Belmont's Foods. And before I bought the name, and this is what I do, I will Google the name and see if there's a company that goes by Belmont Foods that's using a different extension or a longer version. And I saw Belmont Foods Peru. I was like, oh yeah, these people are gonna love having Belmont Foods instead of Belmont Foods Peru.com. And I went with this confidence that, hey, I found this great name that's an upgrade for you. You're gonna love it. And the guy said, I don't think I need Belmont Foods. I want to be known as Belmont Foods Peru because I distribute foods from Peru to vendors in Miami. So having Peru in my name is really important to me. So I learned that there are companies like that they want to have. America is a multi-ethnic country. There are people from everywhere. But there are people that supply ethnic foods from all over the world. Like there's probably someone out there importing couscous from Morocco. Or, you know what I mean?
True.
Or someone importing hibiscus tea from wherever, you know what I mean? So that taught me that, okay, these people value adding the source of origin of their exports in their domain branding. You know what I mean? So I didn't think about it like that. So to him, Belmont Foods is okay, but he doesn't need it. You see what I'm saying?
I will think the same. For me, I will think, okay, that's shorter. Maybe it's better.
Because we're domainers.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But listening to this gentleman explain it to me made me start going, okay, maybe I should start looking for food companies that also have the nationality on them. What I told him was, well, the last thing you want to do is have somebody else own this name, and now you're fighting for visibility with them. So because he said he didn't need the name, my price had to be practical to a point where he could afford it. So we're going back and forth. I told him I want to sell it for $1,000. He's like, I don't want to pay $1,000. Maybe. So finally last week I told him I'll do $850. I gave him a checkout link. Next week I have to follow up with him because it's not important to him. If I don't follow up with him, he won't buy that name. I have to be that annoying person who goes, hey, it's me again, Javier. Did you take care of that? Can we take care of that?
We should discuss your strategy in outbound. Like that's really important. I'm someone who don't do outbound. I told you yesterday. I just get my no one time in 2015, and I'm like, no, I'm not sending emails again. So I will need to learn from you. Like when you are doing outbound, first. I know that you are not just waiting for offers. You are against that. You like to do your outbound. You like to provide value to companies. So for you, mostly you know that your clients don't know the value of your domain, so you try to pitch that to them. So how do you find them? Are you doing automated tools? Are you doing it manually? Are you hiring people? Because you are doing so much outbound. How? And you're working out.
So I'll be honest with you. The main most important part of outbounding is knowing what names you should outbound.
Okay.
So it looks like it's a lot, but the biggest part is research. So if in a month, maybe I outbound 30 names, which is one name a day.
One name
right?
a day. And
it's not a lot.
And the follow-up, it's a lot. You have to do 5 follow-ups at least.
Sometimes I do 2 names a day, but on average, it's 1 name a day.
Okay.
So I have 30 names in my portfolio that I just want to find a buyer for, right?
Okay.
And I also don't expect to sell 30 names or 1 name every day.
Okay.
Right? Because one, with my style of domaining, I don't want to sell names for, no disrespect. I live in Los Angeles and I live in Miami. It's expensive. I have to sell at a certain level to feel something.
Okay.
So if I sell a name for $200, I'm not going to feel anything.
Okay.
Out here, maybe that's
that's something for some other countries, but for you,
for us.
I know, yeah.
So that's the disadvantage or the advantage.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to sell a name for at least $1,000.
Okay. Okay.
If I want to give it away, maybe 500.
Okay.
But my target price is between $2,500 to $5,000 is what I want to sell the name for.
So we are talking hand-raised domains.
Sometimes they're hand reg,
Okay.
sometimes they're from the auction,
Okay.
and
Because for the
sometimes they're from
auction,
the aftermarket.
for the auction, even for 1,000, it's not that much because sometimes you have to spend like 200, 300 in the auction and.
No, well, let's say closeouts. Let's put
Okay,
it that
close
way.
out.
Closeouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes in the closeouts, the last time that I sold was $5, and I sold it for 2,500, but that was an inbound, right? So what I do is I do a lot of research on my names before I even buy them.
Okay.
So like before I bought Belmont Foods in the closeout, I already did the research on it, and I saw this Belmont Foods Peru. So I already had at least one target.
Okay.
If I have multiple targets, the better. That's why I like geo names.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if I see a name like Los Angeles with a service provider, Los Angeles carpenter, Los Angeles dry cleaning, I know that that's a good name because there's several companies that those words describe. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So and then I try to put myself in the person's shoes. Like if this is a small company that is probably, they have bills. A domain is not their biggest priority. I look at the website they have. If they haven't updated their website since 2001 or 2020, then it's not a good
Yeah, it's not that
prospect.
good. Okay. So yeah, this is like a specific question, but let's say you have a domain name and you have like 5 potential buyers. Okay.
Sure.
Let's say it's a geo domain. For your pricing, do you price the same for all of them, or each one have his own price for you?
Honestly, there's no rules. There's no rules. What I typically would do is, because I want them to be curious.
Okay.
When I start outbounding a name, I take it away from bin,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
From a buy now to make offer,
Okay.
right? Because
So you delete
If-
the buy now. Do you delete the
I
price?
remove the buy now,
So
correct?
just make offer. You keep it just
Make offer,
Okay.
correct. I turn to a make offer, or I send it to my lander. The reason is I want them to ask me the question, how much?
Okay.
Which means they're having a conversation with me.
So you want the how much?
I want them to have a conversation with me.
Okay.
And if they're interested in the name, they're gonna ask me how much,
Okay.
because the price is not on the
And
the site,
Okay.
right? Now, if I've done the outbounding and no one is responding to me,
Okay.
then I'll put a price on it and just let it go.
Okay.
Those are the ones that maybe a couple of weeks later, or a month later, or 2 months later, or later in the year, they sell. So the outbounding might not give you the result right there and then,
Okay.
but you've created awareness for the name.
Okay.
And maybe if they want the name, they'll go buy it.
Okay. We done that like in 2020. We were doing it in LinkedIn ads. So in LinkedIn ads, we will do is that we go like to LinkedIn and we try to target specific companies, and we don't
Right.
even say by this domain. We say just this domain name for the brand something is available for sale here. Click buy now if you're interested, and we just want to show it to CEO and
they're
founders for that
interested.
specific industry, just to raise the awareness and that this one is available. Maybe you can think about it, and you get offers, and people like they just saw the ad on LinkedIn, especially LinkedIn, and some of their marketing team are just navigating LinkedIn, and he saw it and he got that idea that this is available for their brand. And yeah, so same for the emails. So you're just putting it out there so people will know. Okay, yeah.
Correct. You just create an awareness for the name.
Okay.
That's all it is, you know?
Okay.
And then if someone gets to a point where they ask how much, then I get on a call with them and I tell them, listen, this name is a $10,000 name. This is what similar names are sold for. But I'm willing to give it to you as low as 2,500.
Okay.
And then, they might say something like, oh, that's too much. It's going to be a back and forth. Very few people will say, okay, yes, let's do it. Because the truth is, a lot of people don't know who you are, where you're coming from. So
Okay.
it's always helpful to let them know you can buy this on GoDaddy,
Okay.
right? They trust GoDaddy. They know GoDaddy.
Yeah.
So you can let them know, look, this name is available on GoDaddy for sale. And some people go, okay, if it's on GoDaddy, why are you calling me? because they think, and I used to be the same way.
Yeah.
They think GoDaddy owns all the names on GoDaddy.
That's I just say the same like yesterday. I tell people like people don't know domain investing. They don't know what is that. So they saw a domain in GoDaddy. So why do we use GoDaddy lender even if it's expensive? When you are doing outbound or even inbound, is that they have the phone number, a USA phone number, and they can call the customer because people don't know if you are a scammer. They don't know you are calling.
Exactly.
I'm selling this and that. So who are you? No
Right.
one knows you. So they have their customer support. They can call, they can ask, they know the brand, maybe they saw it on television or something like that. So you want that credibility in your domain name. So that's why
Correct.
they are being used as your lender or as your middleman or something like that, just for the credibility.
Absolutely. I think you have to leverage that. You let them know this name is listed on the GoDaddy marketplace.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you should pick it up before somebody else does.
Sorry, people are seeing like my voice is really low. I don't know. Can you hear me? You hear me right?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, because for them they are not hearing, but your voice is much important. So
Oh, come on, stop it.
so yeah, one last question about outbound. How do you handle the no? That's my question. Like,
It's not personal. I don't know this person. They don't want what I have. It's not personal. You know, as long most people would just tell you no in a very polite way. You know, they're not going to curse you out.
You are lucky. You are lucky.
Yeah, most people generally would just say, "Sorry, we're not interested. No, thank you.
Okay.
Send us some more information." You know, and you just leave it alone.
Do you
You
have
know, you
your-
just gotta understand
Do you have
that.
your picture in the outbound? Maybe they are scared of you. Maybe.
No. What it is, honestly, it's just I think it's a confidence. If you're confident,
Okay.
people will tell you no in a polite way.
Okay.
But if you sound scared or you're not confident, you sound like you're wasting their time. You know?
So you are not using ChatGPT for your outbound, or do you write your own emails like that?
No, not
by
really.
phone?
Sometimes I'll use ChatGPT for research
Okay.
or to identify potential buyers for a name. But no, I don't really use ChatGPT because I like to communicate with them on a human level.
Okay.
Where it doesn't come off as I'm using AI, you know. So it's a very simple back and forth. Hey, this name is available. I would love to speak with you about it to figure out if it's something that we can reach an agreement on pricing. If
Okay.
you know this name is available, I would love to discuss why you should have it. Okay.
Okay.
This name is available. I have an offer for it, but I want to see if you can beat it.
Okay.
Right? You know, just keep it very relatable, and you'll find that most people will meet you on the human level.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you know, but the majority of people won't even respond to you. But you have to train yourself to understand that that's just how outbounding works.
Okay.
You're just looking for, look, you make one sale a week with outbounding, you can make $2,500
Yeah. True.
or $5,000.
Yeah.
So it's worth the hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
For me, as I told you yesterday, maybe you are against that, but I was training a model for doing the outbound. But I used like one AI because before it was a little bit expensive to do when I was building the narrator because we didn't have ChatGPT or stuff, so you have to pay for your own training. But right now, what I did is much simple. I just have a chat like in AI, and I call it try to outbound to other AIs, and they try to talk to each other to buy and sell and to have some training data. It's not that good because I need to train on your data.
Honestly, there's no data. I guess this is human intelligence versus artificial intelligence, you know? See, if I believe that I have a good name, and I believe that the name can help the business, the way I'm going to speak about the name is going to convey a certain energy that the person on the other line is going to be more interested in hearing more.
Okay.
You know,
True.
does that make sense? What I'm saying?
True,
I'll give you an example. A name that I outbounded was proscales.com.
Proscales.com.
Yeah, proscales, PRO.
how did that a hand rate? That's a good name.
It's not even a hand reg. It was from the auction.
Okay, okay.
So I saw proscales.com. Sounds like a good name, right?
Yeah, it's a good name.
So if you Google ProScales, what do you see?
Let me check. Okay, let me go. Pro scales like.
Yeah, SCALES.
Okay, Pro scales. I see like Universidad de Porto Pro scales because proscales.io Pro scales. Maybe I speak wrong. Is that PROSKILLS, right?
No, PRO
PRO
SCASCALES.
SC.
Like a scale to weigh something.
Is it a scale? Like I know this scale to do something? Or
Yeah,
it's-
like a scale like that. You put your weight on. That gives you a weight.
Okay, the scalar.
Yeah,
like,
SCALES.
Okay. Pro scale.
Yeah, Pro Scales with
Okay,
the S.
scales. Okay. I see like these pro scales. There is pro scales construction services, tournament
Okay.
scales. Okay.
That's who I sold the name to.
To this company,
Correct.
they have a .net.
Thank you. So I saw they have Pro Skills Construction and Construction Services, and their website was pscas.net.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. psacs.net doesn't.
So to me, that's a jackpot, right?
Okay, that's nice.
It's
Okay.
like I have the perfect name for this company.
Okay.
So it reduces a lot of headache for me. The rest is just a matter of me speaking with the right person at the right time. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I reached out to them and I talked to the secretary. And after like 2 weeks, she was like, oh, my boss is not interested. And I just didn't believe her, you know? So I called her and I did some more research to find the name of the owner
Okay.
of the company. And then I texted him. I said, hey, listen, I've been trying to contact you. I have this name, proscales.com, and I would love to sell it for $5,000, but I'm open to a reasonable offer.
Okay.
He never even called me, just said, I'll do 2,500.
Okay. Nice. So
And then I said, sure, let's do it, you know,
okay.
right? And then he delayed me for another week, and I was like, why is this guy not taking? He didn't trust me with the checkout link.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I finally said to him, I said, okay, it seems to me like you're having issues using this link. I would have to increase the price a little bit on the GoDaddy marketplace so you can complete it there. And I think I ended up selling that name for $2,700 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. That's a nice name, by the way. It's worth it.
Yeah, he has a name. And sometimes these people will buy this name
Yeah.
and they won't even use it.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's a nice name. Maybe they can redirect it, and maybe it's a little bit hard for companies to upgrade. It will take a little bit much of time, especially if they have their emails to a lot of other companies. So
Correct,
but they
correct,
can do
correct.
the redirect, like
The redirect, correct.
yeah. For me, mostly.
I sold another name that way. It was, what was it? StantaFeFoods.com.
Stan.
Santa Fe, SANCAFE Foods.com.
I will never know how to write it. You can type it.
Yeah,
for me.
Santa Fe. It's a Spanish name, yeah. SANCAFE Foods.com.
Okay.
The reason is they use SantaFeFoods.org.
They are using the .org. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a supermarket chain.
Okay. Supermarket
So-
is using .org as for a organization.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Okay.
They So when I told them I had the .com, in both cases, the secretary told
Okay,
me
that's why you said you need to know
the research.
the research, because you will tell them this is for non-profit and you are a profit. Maybe.
Oh no! They know the .com is better.
Okay.
They just never had a chance to buy it.
Okay. So you just take it and you catch it. And
Yeah,
then-
maybe somebody else had it, and I saw it at the auction.
For
I'm like, this is a good name. Let me research it. I see that there's a .org, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy it, and I'll take the chance and buy this for $30.
Okay.
And maybe I can sell it to the company for $2,500 to $3,000.
Okay. For me, I don't do outbound, but I do like indirect outbound, but mostly with the catch-all emails, recently I start enabling catch all emails on my domain.
Yeah, some people do that.
Yeah, and there is something that I'm in discussion. I have a domain called mylq.com. It's a 4 letters, mylq.com, and I'm getting like 100 of emails every day because there is a big company called myiq.com, which is
Yeah,
about
people are
IQ, and
people are sending the wrong.
people are having problems with their credit cards for payment, or maybe they overcharge them and people are angry and they sending me credit card information and I took everything and I told the company,
Oh
I'm
no.
getting all this data, do you want the domain name because you will need it, and I'm just catching all the data. I told them like, this is really serious for your users, they are complaining, they have problems and they are contacting me. And
Yeah,
you should
you're not
fix this.
aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so mostly I do this catch all, I told people, but you will need like to find a email server that's a little bit cheaper to if you have a lot of domain names, so you can handle all the emailing service. You don't want to pay $10 for each domain and you have like every year.
Right. You got to set it up correctly.
Yeah,
Correct.
so you need to set one server, email servers, to catch all emails for all your domains by like setting up some DNS, and it's working well. Especially, I don't like Outbound, but I'm just like, I just send hello. Please tell your user don't send me emails anymore. They are bothering me, and people are go and so the domain name is available for sale. And sometimes you just hit the buy button.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah. So and people like companies need to protect their identities because that's really serious. Like to be
No, it's a cybersecurity issue for real.
yeah, you don't want like a competitor to have like credit cards of your users.
Or a
and-
stranger, even worse.
Yeah, so that's really like risky. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I haven't done that, but yeah, I do know that a lot of experienced domainers speak about catch-all emails and using that approach for sure. But I've never, I don't have, I'm not that technical where I've set up a way to get all the catch-all emails that come into my domains. But now you have me thinking.
You should.
Yeah, I should figure out a way to do that because that gives me good leads.
You should, I can set you up like it will cost you like $10 a year for all. So it's not.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have a conversation about
Yeah,
that.
I can help you do that, but it's just between us because yeah.
Okay. No problem.
So let's move on. Okay, we need to talk about your Domainer Expo. Like, I want you to tell me more about your own perspective of building a network. I noticed this about you. Whenever you are talking about an industry, you focus more on building in a community behind it or having people to network. And do you also say in your spaces that's really important to get a community to go behind? So what's your perspective? Why do you suggest people to be into like to do networking? And what is the purpose of Domainer Expo and how it's going?
No, it's a good question. So Domainer Expo is just kind of like my way to be around people that I respect in the industry in real life. I started it in 2023. We had about 100 people.
Okay.
And it was a lot of pressure for me putting that together. I got a venue in a hotel and I just told myself, how do I do this in a way where I can enjoy it
Okay.
and it pays for itself? So last year, I did a smaller version. We had a dinner. I wanted to make it more intimate, to be honest with you. I wanted to have about 50 people at the most. We had about 25 people last year.
Okay.
And we had about 25 this year as well in Vegas. And, I really enjoy the small, intimate gathering.
Okay.
Because, I've been to NamesCon and I plan on going in November. They have a couple of 100 people there. Everyone is sort of like very busy. They have meetings. They have to be here. They have to speak there. They have like sessions going on at the same time. So it's too much going on.
Okay.
And it's not a bad thing, obviously, but it's a lot going on. So I wanted to do something that was more at my own pace where I could meet with someone like Braden Pollock, who sold 8 figures worth of names and really, really, have a personal conversation with them about my journey and other people that could do the same and talk to each other and build real friends in the business.
Is
You know,
it
people
open?
like Michael Darash,
Is it
you
open
know.
or private? Like, is it open for
It's
you?
it's open. It's
Okay.
open, but I honestly, if you notice, I don't really market it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
I know. I see that.
yeah, so
But
I
it's
just wanted to keep it kind of like, you know, small and intimate, but at any point I can decide that I want to make it bigger. But you know, there are a lot of industry conferences now. There's
I
domain days.
yes, there are conferences, but there are like small events, like the community events we call. There is a huge industry, and in if you use Eventbrite or Meetup or something like that, you would see people like doing it for. I see one guy doing it here. Yeah, an event.
Nice.
It's for 5,000 euros, and he's just
Wow.
promoting his Eventbrite, and anyone who is coming for visit in Lisbon or in Porto or something, he just go to Eventbrite. He wanna meet people. He wanna learn something new, and he go to his event. So he is working hard on his to increase the ranking of his event, and a lot of people do it. If you search trading or anything business in Eventbrite, people are doing it. Like there is an industry behind it, and people are making good money from that. So that's why I
Of
said,
course.
is it open? Because it would make more sense if it's in Eventbrite. Like so people, if they are like, I'm scrolling in Eventbrite and oh, here is some people are talking about domain investing. Maybe
Yeah, they show up.
I show up and maybe I can learn something new. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. No, that's a good point. Eventbrite is a good platform. You know, I organize conferences in many industries. I do about 5 to 6 events a year. So it was only right that I did one for the domain industry as well, you know. I have an influencer marketing conference I do. I'm launching one called the Digital Health Conference, and I do a bunch of virtual conferences as well. You know, bringing people together is something I enjoy doing,
Okay.
you know, and even sometimes when I have the time, I'll look for a random conference to attend just so I can network with people.
Okay.
And I've been able to sell some domains that way, you know, just
Really?
going to like maybe a waste conference and talking to people in the recycling industry and, you know,
Okay.
selling them a
So
name related to that industry.
not domainers, because I hate to sell to domainers. Like they will find any excuse to this on your domains. So you are talking about other events, not domainer events.
Yeah,
Okay.
non-domainer events is where you're going to sell domain names. You're not going to sell your names and names going to domainers.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Or you
Yeah.
need to give it free. Like
Yeah, wholesale.
yeah.
You got to go to other conferences. You know, there's industry events.
Okay.
You know, where I live in Los Angeles, it's right by where the Lakers play in downtown. So there's a convention center. They always have conferences there.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll just go there. Some of them are free. You know, it's a little workout for me. You get to walk the hall, do some exercise, and network with some people.
Okay. So what is your advice to introverts people, like people who don't like to meet with people, and they want to work in this industry of domains, but they are introverts, so they don't like to meet with people.
It's fine if you're really like very introverted. You know, be yourself. You can still work with people without meeting them in person. Use AI to get the research,
Okay.
but just make sure that you reach out to as many people as possible.
Okay.
And just remember that, you know, you can be anonymous in this business.
Oh yeah.
No one has to know who you are if you choose to take that approach, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the beautiful thing about domains is no matter what type of personality type you have, you can adjust your skills accordingly, you know? If some people are not comfortable, you know, picking up on the phone and calling people, maybe they have a heavy accent. Use AI to communicate with people, you know?
Okay.
Like right now I can sell a domain name to someone in Morocco without speaking Arabic because I can use AI to communicate, you know? And, you know, I think honestly, just understand that no is part of the business. There was a guy from your community. I don't remember his name. He reached out to me and he wanted to buy a domain name for me, digitalnomadworld.com.
Okay.
And he was like, you know who you are. I can only pay a couple of $100. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to sell the name for $100. No, he bought it from me for $500.
Okay.
And I think he already sold the name, you know?
Okay.
So just reach out to people. Don't be scared, you know?
Okay.
At least reach out to them on a human level. Like,
Okay.
even if you don't do business with them, let them know you exist.
Okay.
You know, be nice, be polite.
Okay.
And, you know, just put yourself in their shoes. Don't be annoying. Don't be desperate. You know, just, hey, hello, I want to let you know that I appreciate what you're sharing.
Okay.
Can you please, when you have the time, give me your opinion on this name? People, for the most part, are very nice, you know?
Yeah.
I get a lot of this type of emails, and I try my best to be responsive. Obviously, I can't respond to everything,
True.
but the ones that are nice are the ones that stick out to me, and
Okay.
I try to make sure that I meet them on that human level too, you know?
Okay. Thank you.
No, it's all good. You just gotta be
I'm trying to read questions from the chat, so I can.
all
can
good,
ask you
all
more.
good, all good.
So yeah, I want to ask you about brandable names, okay? But before that, you are like, I think you are behind pumping the on-chain word recently.
Pumping what? The on-chain one?
Everyone is buying on-chain like crazy. It's going.
Isn't that wild? Somebody registered on-chain.fish.
How that happened? Like, how did it happen?
Honestly, it's weird because, you know, we have onchain.ai,
Yeah, I know.
and we've been trying to sell that name for a couple of months now. And then suddenly, onchain.cc sold for 40,000. The guy listed it,
Okay.
you know, that he sold onchain.cc for 40,000 on FT. This is about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And then, one second.
onchain.cc نشوف هاد السيل.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I had a food delivery.
Okay. No worries.
So yeah, onchain.cc, he announced that he sold onchain.cc for 40,000. And then somebody else announced that they sold onchain.fm for 5,000.
Wow, so Domain Hunter, he sold it in October 9.
Yeah, this was this month.
Okay, 39.
Yeah, it was-
.cc sold for that amount, and you have been. And what is your asking price for onchain.ai? Not now, at that time, because now I know you.
We've been trying to get over anything above 250,000 we'll consider.
Okay.
You know, because this is a really, really good name. And,
Okay.
you know, it's taken in over almost 500. At the time, I was taking in 475 extensions. Now I think they've added another 100
Yeah.
because of the frenzy. And, you know, so what happened was that happened. And then somebody else announced that they sold onchain.fm for 5,000. And then UFO.xyz, Renee, announced that he sold onchain.one for 25,000.
25,000. Okay.
Yeah, so within a week or so, you have this on-chain sales.
Okay.
And so everybody was like, oh, let me go buy an on-chain name. And it just went crazy.
It was because of your spaces, because you have been talking, because he sold it on 9 October. You were talking about this for the past 2 months, if I remember. So,
Yeah, and then this is what happened too. Blockchain.ai
yeah.
ended up selling for $405,000 in auction.
Oh, yes, I remember that one.
This happened last week, Sunday, a week ago.
Okay.
So, you know, with that happening, in my opinion, you know, blockchain.ai is a great name,
Yeah.
but on-chain is what the crypto industry calls it.
Okay.
The word blockchain is more of the infrastructure, you know?
Yes.
You know, the on-chain is more of the experience, the
And
application of
it's
it.
shorter.
It's shorter too.
Yeah, it's shorter.
So I think to me, outside of the fact that maybe blockchain, because it's you know, it's a more established word or
Okay.
term,
Okay.
has a lot more taken CLDs. I think it's taken in over 700 CLDs.
Okay.
You know, we now discovered as of yesterday, I think on-chain is taken in 573 CLDs, maybe.
There is the onchain.com for sale?
No,
Do you know who have onchain.com?
no, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And the person is hard to find. There's no who is information. There's no lander. There's nothing.
And may I ask, like, for your onchain.ai, did you buy from auction, or did you?
So the onchain.ai, I'm brokering it, and it was purchased in an auction in 2023.
In 2023, you bought it in 2023.
It was purchased in 2023, correct?
Okay, so you have that idea that time. So
It was
onchain.com
purchased for less than 3,000 at the time.
onchain.com was owned by huge domains in 2015. Then it was sold in 2018 to vcage.com, which is a Chinese investor, and after that it went private in 2008. But I think it's still held by the same owner, which is, I guess, Chinese. And Chinese investors are like Emirati people; they don't sell. So you are lucky, because there is no one have any, like, no one will, like.
Yeah, and I think onchain.com is probably a $5 million name in my opinion.
It's not for sale. That's.
Yeah, if it was for sale,
Yeah.
it could easily be a $5 million
Yes,
name.
True.
And I think, also you have to consider this. Blockchain.com is in use.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful name. They created so many crypto wallets,
Yes.
Bitcoin wallets.
Yeah.
It's been around since about 2017.
Yeah.
So the fact that onchain.com is not in use or for sale, I think that makes onchain.ai. You could argue that onchain.io too, but obviously we know that AI is
right now. .ai is the one.
Yeah, and then the truth is on-chain AI actually is a thing. It's not like you're just throwing a random pair of words together.
Would you go with onchain.ai or XYZ?
I think onchain.ai without a question.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think they're in the same category.
Because XYZ is most known for crypto people.
XYZ is used by crypto companies, but again, if you look up the definition of on-chain AI,
yeah,
it has to do with AI agents on the blockchain.
Do you have to pay premium renewal on it?
No, it's the same for all .ai names.
Okay, so it's not like XYZ. That's the beauty.
Yeah, all .ai names, whether it's an ugly name or misspelling or Grail, it's all a flat renewal.
Yeah, we were stupid not to buy. I have been into AI since 2019, but I never bought a .ai because I don't like CCTLDs, as I told you yesterday. But it would be nice if I bought some just for testing because no one was buying them at that at that time.
In 2020, I was advising a company called beacons.ai, and I was advising them not to use the .ai, which is funny. But this is 2020, and we're trying to get Radix, was my client, and they were trying to get them to use one of the Radix extensions, like my sites, and they said no. These guys were very smart.
Okay.
I don't know why they decided to stick with beacons.ai, but they were the first company I saw using .ai in 2020.
Are they selling it right now or still in use? Still using the same?
They're still in business. Okay. They're like a Linktree competitor.
Okay. If I was them, I would sell the name and rebrand because you will feature a lot of, because I think I don't want to diss any of your domains because you own AI, but I think
it's a bubble.
It's a bubble for now. Like it's a bubble, and we will give it like 3-5 years, and people will go back to .com. I think because. Right now you can fetch because a lot of AI companies are getting a lot of funding, so venture capitals are throwing money on .ai, and if you want to raise money as a startup, you will need a .ai to convince those venture capital to throw money on you. So it's like that. To the moment people understand that there is limits to this AI, and it's not how it looks and stuff like that. It slow down the throwing money, just like the .com bubble. And at that moment, I'm not saying it will be bad domains, but it won't be more like people won't throw money on like just random keywords like
No,
the
for sure,
AI.
for sure. I think it's gonna, like anything else. It's hot right now. It's momentum investing. You're
Yes.
playing the momentum.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna slow down. The dot coms are evergreen. As this company's mature, and some of them go out of business, and some of them get acquired.
Yeah.
The big ones are gonna use the dot com. Even if you look at like OpenAI, they're on dot com.
Okay.
Perplexity, they're on dot com,
And how about your feeling for those IO?
I think .io is good. I think .io just, had a bad year
Okay.
because of .ai's
Yeah.
booming
Yeah.
stats. But I think .io is pretty solid.
Okay.
And I think another reason why .io might have been somewhat going in the wrong direction was, the IANA issues around the extension, like the jurisdiction of where .io, the CCTLD. I think something has to do with them gaining their independence, and people are not sure this CCTLD will exist. But
Okay.
I don't know if that's
I think
something to worry
I
about.
think it should bump again because ChatGPT are doing the IO company. They are using the brand IO company, so it will be like the new GPT. So if you have like one word IO, maybe it will mean something if they are going to run the infrastructure for the EGI. I don't know. So they are going in the IO. So maybe in the future, people will move from EI to IO just because I don't know.
I don't think so.
I
I think there are a lot of tech companies that aren't in the AI realm,
yeah,
and .io is a great fit for them.
true,
.io is still going to be used in crypto.
true.
.io is a very solid, established, culturally relevant extension. And so for domainers, it might be a good opportunity to buy a few .ios that are underpriced right now, and
Okay.
hopefully they'll swing back up.
Okay,
Yeah, but I just think it took a pullback because of .ai.
okay. Do you know the term OI? Not EI.
LI?
OI, like OI, like IO but in reverse.
Oh, no, never heard of it. Oi.
Like it's called organoid intelligence, which is something that the world are talking to use instead of using artificial intelligence. Let's use
Urban intelligence.
the organs. If we have like organs from people, let's use them because why? If we have a brain and it's already there, let's use that brain to bring
Isn't
that.
this just called intelligence?
No, it's called organoid because you are taking an organ, which is it looks scary, but they are trying to take organs, like we are talking about organ from a mouse or something or a monkey, and use it as a computer.
Oh, interesting.
So they are doing those calls. So it's called organoid, like intelligent OI. So that's a new term. It's pumping recently. And if you are looking, most of the time, what I do to know what's coming is I try to learn what university students are publishing, like from the PhD
Correct.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
academia.
yeah, academia. So mostly you will learn more of the new tech that people are trying to build on that. So there are a lot of publication about that, especially with the problem to make like AI cheaper. Like AI right now, it's so expensive to do all the handling of the data because we can't have the human intelligence because we need more resources. So
Yeah,
they are going into that, but it's a little bit taboo right now. So do we do that? Do we don't do that as a human? And like we as human in science, we are crazy. We can do some crazy stuff just to achieve.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
So I guess I have all the questions that people were asking, and also I have it here. But finally about the unstoppable domains. People don't know because they are our sponsor here, and
Right.
people are like they enjoy the unstoppable domains, but people don't know that you are the one who told me to join that. So why did you choose these type of domains? Like for me, I joined because Ayub and also you recommend me like you are doing crypto, they are doing crypto, you are doing domain, and so it makes sense if you work on that. So for you, what is your perspective for that?
Yeah, so Unstoppable Domains, great group of guys. I love Matt, Brady, Sandy. Those guys are all awesome people.
True.
I've been advising Unstoppable Domains for a couple of years now.
Okay.
From when they were like, when I did Domainer Expo in 2023, they were like my biggest sponsor.
Okay.
And the CEO came and he said, "We're going into Web 2, and we don't know anything about Web 2. And so we need you to help us sort of like advise us on a couple of things." And
Okay.
since then, they became an ICANN registrar.
Yeah.
And now they have a booming, marketplace. They're offering what I think is the best value in the business.
True.
You
3%
can
is
get
3% is
Yeah.
really good.
no 3% is a steal. Like everything they're doing right now, they're not making money.
Yeah.
They just want to get domains under management.
Okay.
And so this is a good time to sort of like, take advantage of that because, not only can you buy .coms for $5 and 100 of them on Friday,
And
you
with
can also
crypto,
do it
yeah.
every day.
And with
You know?
crypto, like people, like your buyers can pay with crypto. It's
Correct.
like
Correct.
we don't
You
have
can get
that.
settled with crypto.
Yeah.
There are a lot of advantages to think about it. And, the marketplace, they keep adding new features. Like you can self-broker and have people connect with you on your WhatsApp or your Telegram.
Yeah, and they really listen. Like I was talking with Brady, with first told me like we want to sponsor you, and I said like, okay, I like to list my domains, but I would recommend to get rid of the similar domains by other sellers and stuff like that, and they changed that really fast. Like we are talking like a week or 2 weeks, and
They are a domainer-friendly marketplace.
Yeah.
Which is really, really good because, especially for people like in Morocco and other parts of the world,
Yeah.
You save a lot of money using Unstoppable Domains.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people do not want to pay for GoDaddy's domain discount club, but even with the domain discount club, a .com will cost you about $11.
Yeah.
For hand registration. With them, it's $5. Also, you can transfer names in and save a lot of money on your renewals. You know what I mean? So. For now, it's like the best value in the business. If you're not using it, you should definitely get on it. And they're working on a lot of stuff. I think they sponsor a lot of conferences. They're going to be at Domain Days Dubai.
Yeah.
I know Brady is going to be there. I believe Sandy's going to be there as well.
I was going to be there. I also have a speech about like they give us a speech. I was going to talk about AI stuff because I like to talk about how people need to use more AI and don't be afraid of that. And we also were going to talk about the importance of using social influencers to make a domainer like to go mainstream and people are not afraid of it, and we educate the market about it. But
Sure.
Unfortunately, I don't have my documents yet, my passport in Portugal, so.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
I will have to miss it again. You are not
Maybe
going
next
there?
year.
Yeah, you are not going?
No, I'm not going to be able to make it this year, but I'm going to be at NamesCon in Miami.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'll try to make it to Dubai next year.
Maybe we meet there. Hopefully.
Inshallah.
So yeah, so one last question because I know it's your day to rest a little bit. So I will. This is my last question. You are
Sure.
saying like let's make it 2 questions.
No worries.
So okay, you in one of your spaces you said like you enjoy to celebrate other wins. Like you don't you promote like these positive vibes. Like you don't hate on other people, whatever domain. Like you like to celebrate because I see a little bit of hate recently for people like someone came and snap at domains and sell it for 200 or 300 and people were like, why did you sell that low? You are killing this industry, and people are like dissing him. I see that a lot recently, and for him 300 is too much money. If he buy it for if in any industry you can do that kind of ROI. So if he buy for $5 or $10 and he sell for 300, that's a good ROI for any kind of industry. So that's a
Right.
win for him. And I heard you talk about you need to celebrate other wins, whether they are big or small. So yeah, that's my question for you.
No, it's true. It's true. You have to, you know, I just believe that you should be happy for other people. It's very hard to sell a name. So when people announce a sale, they're doing you, sometimes you have to put yourself in a position and channel that energy. They're also giving you information that you can use for your own portfolio, right? So when you see a certain type of
Yeah.
name selling, you can take a lot from that information if you're open to receiving it. And there's a lot of negativity in the world, and the domain industry is not any different. There are a lot of people that accuse people of doing things they have no evidence of, or because they do things in a different way, they don't like it. Like me personally, I used to always say, stop posting $100 sales, and someone corrected me and said, $100 could be a lot of money for this person, or it could be their first sale, and it's true.
Yeah.
Like, so whether it's $100 or 100,000, I'm happy for people.
For me,
Because I know how difficult it is to sell a name.
and it's good for us to know what keywords are working. So when you
Correct.
see it, you just go, okay, I never thought about that one that
Correct.
one word. So it's good. Maybe he said it's low, but I may say it high. So it's good to see people winning, and we need to celebrate that.
Right, and this is how you unlock blessings for yourself. If you're mad at somebody that sold a name, you're telling the universe that you don't want to sell, So do unto others as you want done to you. So when I see people winning, I'm always happy for them. I want to be one of the first people to congratulate you and wish you many more, because, I feel like we'll all take turns,
Yeah. Sorry, I'm seeing a question here. I don't want to ask you because it would take too much time. People are asking about crypto TLDs like .py, .agi. Are you into that? Do you have any information, or you are not doing Web3 domains?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not into Web3 domain names, not because I don't believe in them. I just don't invest in them anymore. But, I've seen some people recently announce some good sales for Web3 and some of Unstoppable domain extensions. Even .eth, I see some people, recently announcing some good sales. So I wish them all the best. It's just for me, I decided that I wanted to double focus on, Web2 domain names as a strategy,
Okay. For me, when I say I try to teach people about Web3, especially that we are doing Unstoppable, which give us the opportunity to have the same domains in the same portfolio, so you can do both. And I try to teach people how to build the Web3 websites, which can be something in the future. So if you are buying it, okay, you are investing in a Web3, you are buying one-time purchase, which is nice. But we should learn how to build the IPFS website, so you can host a website forever instead of doing it in the deep web. You have another opportunity to build in the blockchain, and you can have a website that you are not paying hosting forever. It stay there. Maybe you can make a little bit money off it if you have direct in traffic and you are offering some kind of service. So I'm trying to pitch to pitch and teach people how to do that. And my final question, this time it's final question. If I give you $10,000 today and I told you to buy domains, would you buy multiple domains, or you buy 2 or 3 good names? How will be your strategy for $10,000? What would you do with it?
It's a good question. I'll probably buy more names. I'll buy quantity versus with some good quality.
So you would buy 10,000, for example, like
will I buy
2,000?
Will I buy 2,000 names or 3 good names?
Yeah.
I think I'll buy 3 good names, to be honest with you, because the reality is the renewals are more manageable,
Okay.
So even if I don't sell in the first year, next year, it's not going to be a hard thing for me to pay $30 in renewals.
Okay.
If I buy 2,000 names and let's say I sell one of them, I still have to pay renewals for 1,900 and something names. And that's going to eat into your profits very soon. In fact, next year you're going to be broke.
Okay.
So
you are going,
always go for quality if you can.
So you are going with quality with liquid domains, like 4 letters, 3 letters. So
No, I don't buy into the 4-letter, 3-letter thing. I just think, the relevance of the words is what matters. Like, are these names that somebody is going to buy from you for a profit?
Okay.
That's all I care about. Can I sell this name to somebody at a multiple of what I paid for it? Like the last time I sold on Friday was 100photos.com.
Okay.
And, I sold it for 2,500. I bought it for $5. Right?
Okay.
But I have names that I bought for $1,000 that I can't sell for 5,000.
Okay.
But I will if I'm patient. So it takes time to sell names, You have to expect that the average name you have is going to take a couple of years before you sell them, and that's if you're good at picking them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
For me, I would recommend from my own strategy to have like a little bit of liquid domains, like something like if
I own his name, liquiddomains.com.
like that's nice one. But for example, if I have 4 letters and you can snap like 4 letters for $60 or $70, and even
Where?
sometimes you can do that. So let's see if you snap them, and even if you renew them for 2 years or for 1 or 2 years, you still will sell them for that amount of money. And same for 3 letters. For example, if you have, there is a Chinese lady who is selling 3 letters. She's Chinese, and
Yeah, but they're not cheap at all.
we are talking sometimes she go to 13,000. So for 3 letters, it's a good investment, and a lot of investors buy from her. So if you buy, let's imagine you have $15,000 and you buy a 3 letter. So you
That's
are
a good
not
investment.
going to lose. So it's a liquid. You know that you are not going to go below 14,000. So you will try to sell it for a couple of years, but you have a liquid asset that you are in a safe. It's like you are keeping your money safe, and anyone will give you the floor price.
The value, the floor price for it, correct?
Yeah, so that's why I recommend.
Yeah, for me, that's actually not attractive to me, because that's a lot of capital to invest in one name, right? Especially if it's a low quality 3-letter, and it's safe because you might not want to lose money, but you can't be scared to lose money.
Yeah.
I would rather buy maybe 20 good names that I sell one of them, and I'll make my money back, and then the rest of them, I just have to be patient. Yeah. I just think domain names are very unique because like I said, I just sold a name for $2,500.
Okay.
It's a 500x.
Wow.
Right? What other industry do we get to?
Yes.
To be honest with you, I still think I undersold it. Like, I bought testosteronetestkit.com for $10.
Is this a drop?
And I bought the plural.
Dropped names? Did you buy it from GoDaddy? The expired?
Which one?
The one for 25,000.
2,500?
Yeah, 2,500.
Yeah, I bought it on the closeout.
Okay. So you are
And
a
I sold it on
guy.
Afternic. Yeah.
Okay.
But I hand registered testosterone test kits and testosterone test kits, the plural and the singular.
Okay.
I hand registered them in July of last year.
Okay.
And I sold them for $5,000 each,
Oh, nice.
and it was inbound. So, what's that? That's 1,000x, So well, maybe I bought it for $10. So that's 500x.
Okay.
So, but at the end of the day, you have to select good names.
Okay.
And sometimes good names are $5, sometimes they're $10, sometimes they're $200, sometimes they're $1,000.
Okay.
You want to get good names, and the most important thing is buying good names.
Okay.
And then if you're lucky, you get the good names at a good price.
Okay. Sure.
But the most important thing is buying good names.
That's what I tell people. Like in domaining, you are winning when you are buying, not when you are selling. So the win is when you buy. If you are buying a bad name, don't expect to sell. You do your research first, then try to sell. Don't just buy a random name, because sometimes people come to my DMs and give me can you steal this
Random
domain
name.
for me and take 50%? And it's no one was going to buy it. Like even him, if I ask him, he would say like, I'm not going to buy that. So do
Right.
your researches, like as you say, and then like try to pitch it. Maybe do outbound. For me, I do inbound. So inbound is being done, so I'm not doing inbound. So, yeah. So I just wait for anyone. I just use the website as a website. So yeah, that's I think that's all. Thank you so much for being with us, everyone. Like
No problem.
people are asking questions, but I will leave them for another call we can do together. We have the match.
Okay, I'll be happy to do it another time.
Thank you so much. I know you are not working on Sunday, so it's really a pleasure that you give us time. And I believe a lot of people learned from you. People are like thanking you in the message. I don't know if you are seeing, but in
No, I
YouTube,
don't. I don't see the messages, but I'm sure.
yeah, I'm really sorry for that. But you will see them later in the saved videos. So yeah.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Talk to you. Bye bye. يا الله. المهم هذا كانت المحادثه ديالنا. زربت عليكم بالونجلي الدراري. اكتبوا ثانك يو قبيله الدراري. ثانك يو كتبوها قبيلات في الشات. انا عرفت شكون تكتبوها تجي معطله. المهم حاولت نسولو السيد راه كيكون كيدير $1000 للساعه. راكم شفتوا راه وباش تسولوا هاد الاسئله شويه راه $1000 هو ماشي بحال كيلعب في هادشي. راه دوماينر بدا يدير 4 سنين راه $1000 باش تهضر معاه ساعه. باش تعرفوا الدراري راه حنا جرينا دابا ساعه ونص دونك وفرت عليكم ديك $1000 داكشي اللي غتسول حنا سولنا وفرت عليكم $1000 بعدا باش تعرفوا الفائده. المهم حاولنا نسولوه الله الدري زويون فهمتي حتى هو مسلم وكذا. هو كان صراحه ولا كنتواصل معايا شحال هادي و قال لي زعما راه كيسمع عليا اخبارات في ويب وداك الشيء. انا راه شو الدري واخا هكاك واخا نتوما حاقرين راه كاينه الهضره عليا فهمتي. كاين شويه الهضره فهمتي. الناس كيحترموني شويه في الويب الاجنبي. عندناش الاحترام في الويب المغربي ولكن الاحترام الاجنبي كاين شويه الاحترام. كان تواصل معايا وكنا دايما باش ندير واحد الكول شحال هادي كيقول لي زعما دخل تويتر سبيس. انا ما كنخدمش بصراحه بتويتر بزاف. كندخل غير الا قال لي حميد كيكون شي مره بوسطه حميد شي تويته ديال دي ان ريتر حيت هو اللي مكلف بدي ان ريتر كندخل باش نريتويتي وصافي. ما كنخدمش تويتر بزاف. المهم هما قال لك كانوا داروا شي كورس عندهم شي كورس ديال الدوماينين هنايا. المهم حيت هما كلشي راك عارفين اجانب كلشي عندهم بيد هما الفاليو خصها الفلوس فهمتي. اي حاجه حتى عندهم حتى حاجه ديال الكريبتو ما دايرينو العام الله اعلم. خصك تخلص $1000 للعام. المهم هذه عقليه ديال الاجانب. حنا راه ما عندنا والو فيها فهمتي. كون كنت انا في برا كنت درت لاباس. حنا مشكله كتعطي فابور. تخيل مثلا بحال الان اف تيز نقولوا هادو دايرين $1000 لا حنا الان اف تيز ولا راه مشيت عند الدراري معروف حتى من القنوات ديالي باش نشرح. اخترت طوموبيل تيبيعها باش نتعلم مثلا الان اف تيز وكذا ولقيت لي ميثود ديالي وشرحت كي الكريبتو. كاين بنادم ما عمره ما عرف شنو هي الكريبتو عمره ما كان عرف شنو هي الان اف تيز وشرحت داكشي اللي قدرنا عليه الله. وبزاف ديال الدراري دخلوا اول مره داروا الفلوس وهذا ما درت كورس ما بعت حتى حاجه وسمعنا فهمتي. وكتسمع تبان علاش حيت داك الوقت كنت عاطي فول تايم ديالي لهداك الشيء. خسرت فلوسي وصحتي. ان فوا كتعيا وما كتبقاش تبارطاجي ولا يعني كيكون عندك مشاكلك الخاصه. الناس كيكسبكتيو انك خاصك تبقى دير معاه داك المزيان. بدا مزيان كيولي هو النورمال. ملي كتبقى دير كلشي مزيان كيولي عند الانسان هو النورمال. دونك كيتوقعك دير وما كيكونش عارف بالك داير معاه المزيان. ما كيقارنش مثلا الاجانب كيفاش الفكره ديالهم ولا الخدمه ديالهم ولا كيفاش كيمونيتيزيو راسهم. انت درتي معاه مزيان كتولي اوبليغاتوار دير معاه المزيان ديما. كنتي كتجاوبوا في ميساجات وما بقيتيش كتجاوبوا انت وليتي خايب. ماشي بان ملي كنتي كتجاوبوا اصلا كنتي كتضيع اكثر من طاقتك باش تجاوب بزاف ديال الناس فهمتي. كتولي لا انت خيابيتي وضعتي تبدلتي علينا. مع ان راه كيما هو عنده حياته فيها صعوبات انا حياتي فيها صعوبات وكندوز من تحديات نفسيه وشخصيه وماديه وبزاف د الحاجات. دونك كاين اللي ما كيتفهمش هذا كيتقبلهاش وداكشي اللي كديروا انت مثلا بمجاني كيحسب هو العادي. مثلا شاف شي واحد بغى يبيع ولا شي حاجه غادي يقدر يسبو يقول له علاش ما عطيتيناش الفابور علاش كذا. مع ان ملي كتجي تقول له بارطاجي معايا انت شي معلومه كيعطيك كورس ديال شي واحد. تيليشارجي كورس ديال شي واحد كيقول لك هو عطيتك كورس فابور ماشي حتى ديالو عطاني معلومه ديالك نتايا فهمتي. دونك اللي هذا نصرا ما كنتاخذش اللي بغى يبيع شي حاجه يبيع اللي بغى يدير شي حاجه يدبر راسو. هي ما يكذبش على عباد الله. انا ندير الخايبه هي ما يكذبش على عباد الله. شي واحد كيجي غا سامع. كنا كنجلسوا مع شي ناس غا سامعين، راه كتقول ليه جوج كلمات كتجلس تقهوى معاه، كينوض يديرها كورس ولا كينوض يبيعها. هذيك صراحه هي اللي ما كنحملش، حيت البنادم ما كيكونش عارف اش على من كيهضر، ما كيكون ضارب لا ثمنه، ما داير حتى شي مجهود، يا هاز العرق ديال شي واحد اخر يبيع يعاود فيه البيع، يا غير سامع كيصدر ليا عباد الله وطلقها وصافي، كيخدم شويه على الريلات ولا الاد ولا شي حاجه وكيطلق السلوكيه. هذيك صراحه ما نحملهاش. ولكن الا شي واحد عنده معلومه بغى يبيعها دبر راسو، فهمتي، من حقه ما نكذبش عليك، حيت في الاخر راه غيحتاج حتى هو الفلوس وغيحتاج شحال من حاجه. لا تبالغ في التطوع فيفرض عليك. والله الا مقوله ناضيه خير. داكشي عزيز عليا نتعامل مع اجانب. واخويا راه الاولاد البلاد راهم اللي كيديروا اكثر، كيديروا زعما مجهود اكثر من الاجانب باش تفهم. راه الاجنبي كيمشي عند البلاد ديالك كياخذ عنده، هو كيعرف هي لي فورميلي وكيعاود فيها البيع مثلا بشي طريقه، كيخدم بطريقه بروفيسيونيل. خاصه حنا العقليه ديالنا تبدل شويه وصافي. يعني شي واحد دار معاك مزيان راه دارو معاك، راه دار معاك مزيان، فهمتي، ماشي اوبليغاتوار عليه باش ما تعاودش تضغط عليه كما كيقولوا الا كان صاحبك عسل ما تلحسوش كامل، ولا ما عرفت كيفاش كيقولوا ليها. المهم حيت انا وليت كنلاحظ بحال هذا البلان، يعني انا غير في القضيه ديال الميساجات اللي كتجاوب شي واحد ولا كنلاحظها، او لا مثلا واحد الوقت كنت اكتيف بزاف في الديسكورد، واحد الوقت مابقيتش كندخل الديسكورد صافي، مع انني ما مخلص حتى شي واحد باش ندخل مثلا الديسكورد كل نهار ونجاوب الناس كل نهار. من بعد بنادم كيقول لك علاش ما كتدخلش، ولا مع داك الوقت اللي كنت كندخل وسامح في بنتي وسامح في شحال من لعيبه باش ندخل، راه كنت كندير مجهودي باش كنت كندير اكثر من طاقتي ماديه، وكنخسر كنبيع حوايجي باش نقدر انني نعطي الطايم باش ندخل. بعد الوقت صافي الواحد كيعيا ما كيقدرش انه يبقى يدير داك الشيء، راه ماشي اوبليغاتوار عليه مثلا. او لا في الفيديوهات كنت كنصور مثلا كل مره ولا شي حاجه المهم كنظن ان تما مخلصك، فهمتي، ما كيخلصش واحد شهريتك باش انك دير داك الشيء. دونك خص واحد يضرب ويقيس. بالنسبه ليا داكشي باش انا مثلا بحال نيد اكاديمي اللي عقلته اول مره بان نيد اكاديمي، اش قلت لكم شيروا الكورس ديالو د لونجلي. اول مره غنتعرفوا حنا على نيد اكاديمي باش يتموتيفا ويدير فيديوهات كثار. قلت لكم داير مثلا اول مره عقلت نهار شفنا اول فيديو ديال نيد اكاديمي ملي يلاه بدا القناه ديالو، قلت لكم داير كورس كان مسميه اس يو بلونجلي، كيحاول انه داكشي اللي عارف يكتبوا تمايا. قلت لكم الدراري اللي عنده ديك $7 ولا ما شحال كندير ليه داك الوقت سير خذوا عنده، هي المسانده ليه باش هو يكمل في المحتوى ديالو اللي كيبارطاجي فري، ولا باش تبين ليه بانك انت باغي تعاونو. او مثلا مستر كيحل ايوب ملي كان بدا ولا شي حاجه. دونك عادي اذا كنتي شي واحد كتستافد منه، ماشي ضروري اوبليغاتوار عليك. الا ما عندكش فرا ما عندكش. ديما داكشي انا كندخل ندير لكم كيفوي هنايا، كنجيو نبقى او نزيدو كيفوي اخرى، ما غاديش نحتاج كل شي حاجه. دونك هو خدم به، ولكن لا يعني ان شي واحد اخر مثلا كيحاول يدير معاك المزيان حتى دابا انا كنبارطاجي غتجي انت شي واحد اخر داير سيرفيس تقول لي لا عطينا الاكسي فابور، حيت القاسمي كيبارطاجي مثلا فابور، انا تعطات لي اوبورتونيتي نقدر نعطيك كونتات مثلا، ولا نهز من فلوسي ديال الشهر ونخلص السيرفر من جيبي باش انت تقدر تخدم بهذا فابور مثلا، ولا يخدموا به مجموعه ديال الناس. دونك هذا يعني ان الاخرين حتى هما خصو يديروها، ولا هذا كيتسمعها مزيان، فهمتي. ما تبدلوش الكود اخويا انت. اخويا فؤاد راه هضرنا البارح على داك الشيء ديال هادشي ديال الادسنس واللي ويب سايت. هضرنا البارح، الا كنت تحضر معنا في الديسكورد كول، راه كنديروا مره ديسكورد كول تمايا. البارح راه هضرنا، دونك تنهضروا في الديسكورد. انا ما كندخلش بزاف، مي موستلي الويكاند تقدر تلقاني تمايا. المهم الدراري ما نزيدش نطول عليكم حيت راه كاين الماتش اللي بغيتو تمشيو تتفرجوا. كنتمنى انكم تكونوا استفدتوا شويه. شحال داز في اللايف؟ عندي واحد الاشكال الدراري، دابا في اللايف فات ساعتين ما غاديش يتسجل لكم في انستغرام للاسف، حيت ما كتكومونطيوش. قلت لكم الدراري كيبلوكيونا، ما بقاش كيبغيو يتبارطاجيو هاد اللايفات. غنقطع دابا اللايف ما غيتبارطاجيش في انستغرام، غتلقاوه في اليوتيوب. دونك الناس اللي كيتفرجوا الا ما قدرتوش تتفرجوا ليه في انستغرام ممكن تتفرجوا ليه في اليوتيوب من بعد. ونشوف شي طريقه الا بانت لي شي لقطه مهمه، شي معلومه خصكم تسمعوها، راني غنبارطاجيها معكم. سينو ها اليوتيوب الا تبارطاجيها في انستغرام الله يرضي عليكم خلوا الكومنت وداك الشيء. تبارك الله على الانجليقي اخويا سير، بارك الله فيك. خاصنا نتعلموا منك اخويا، نجي حداك نتعلموا منك. حفظك الله. ثانك يو برو فور الدونيشن. شكرا لكم الشباب، شكرا. ثانك يو فور واتشين. دراري ديال اليوتيوب ما تنساوش تخلوا ميساجات، اللي غيكتب واحد يكتب 10 وصافي، سهل الحياه. انستغرام الا تبارطاجي الفيديو ما تنساوش تخلوا كومنتس. ثانك يو سو ماتش فور واتشين. شكرا لاي واحد سيبورت اللايف ستريم. دراري ديال اللايف ستريم ها هما كامل هنايا. تحيه للدراري كامله، محمد ياسير دوت كوم دراري. المهم باش ما نغلطش في شي اسم، ثانك يو سو ماتش دراري اللي حضروا معنا، دراري كي كومونتي، دراري كي لايكي، شكرا. بالنسبه لاشميلي نقدر نبارطاجي شي لعيبات، الا بارطاجيت في تويتر حاولوا انكم تفاعلوا مع تويتر باش نقدروا نجيبوا ضيوف اخرين. وهذا ما كان، كنتمنى تكون ما نكونوش تقل على القلب عليكم. كاين اللي ما كيفهمش لونجلي يسمح لينا، غنحاول ندير لكم الترجمه في شي فيديوهات. وهذا ما كان الدراري، شكرا لكم جميعا، شكرا على حضوركم. يلا سيروا تفرجوا، كنت مشدكم بعدا بدوزين بيا 60، سيروا دابا تفرجوا الماتش. بارك الله فيكم، يلا نشوفكم ان شاء الله في اللايف الجاي، نحاول ما نتعطلش عليكم.